here as we get ready for kickoff. It's a nice day in December here in Seattle. Absolutely no rain, no expectation of rain, and the temperature is at 45 degrees. Have won the toss. Maurice Morris, their rookie out of Oregon, along with Max Strong deep to receive. The kick from David Akers. It'll be Morris at the 3. With the little running room out to the 28-yard line. Nice return of 26 yards. Damian Douglas on the tackle. So we'll get our first personal records for passing the last 2 weeks. Last week, a team record with 427 yards. He's gotten some consistency from this front 5. Chris Terry came in 2 weeks ago and has started there in the last couple of weeks for the injured Floyd Womack. Both putting up huge numbers so far this season. The Seahawks begin at the 29. Hasselbeck's first pass complete, good enough for first down. Itula Neely with a gain of 12. And that's a big play against this Eagles defense, which comes in ranked number 3 in the NFL. This front 4, well, they lead the NFL in sacks with 42 all year long. The linebackers, you mentioned Levon Kirkland coming back. Last year was the starting middle linebacker for the Seahawks. And in the secondary, the rookie Michael Lewis makes his first start in the National Football League. He's replacing the injured Blaine Bishop. Sean Alexander with a run of 7 yards on first down. So, Tim, they come out 2 big plays on their first 2 plays of the game.
And I like the way Mike Holmgren started it out with the pass. He'll do quite a bit of that. Now, the key today, really all game long, will be how does Matt Hasselbeck handle the blitz of Jim Johnson? You remember this game last year, Kurt? They absolutely got after him. 7 sacks. He got rattled. He got mad. How he handles the pressure today will be the major key.
He's got 3 wide receivers in on second down. Play action. Wide open is Bobby Ingram, and that's an easy first down for Seattle.
Stuff to Bobby Ingram, and he's out here matched. And that's just a mismatch. A little shake and bake and then the out route, and there's no way a 250-pound linebacker is going to cover Bobby Ingram, Kurt, at the line of scrimmage.
Well, we mentioned this Eagles defense ranked 3rd in the league. They're 3rd against the run and 10th against the pass. And so far, Seattle. Hasselbeck changing the play. Up top, Darrell Jackson makes the catch, stays in bounds, and another Seattle first down as he beat Troy Vincent on the play. 19 yards for the Seahawks.
Kurt, you can see the confidence in Matt Hasselbeck's arm. Watch Darrell Jackson, man coverage, no jam there by Vincent, and watch the throw. Absolutely perfect, and that's what you do against this Philly defense. You take some stuff down the seams, down the outside to loosen these guys up a little bit. We all know how tough those safeties are, especially Brian Dawkins. You get him thinking deep ball and really take him out of his element.
4 plays for Seattle, 3 first downs. 2 tight ends in. The pitch to Sean Alexander. And for the first time, this Eagles defense stops him for a loss of 1 yard. Sean Barber on the tackle. And I guess you could have maybe expected this coming into today.
Well, you look at this defense, Kurt. They have been terrific the last couple of weeks in some emotional games. And now you come into a game that's almost a trap game. You come all the way to the West Coast, and it's a game they've got to win. I mean, when you're playing in your division and you're playing at home, not too hard to get motivated for those ones. But when you come out all the way to the West Coast and play the Seattle Seahawks, could be a trap game, one they cannot overlook.
On second and long. Quick pass by Hasselbeck out to Bobby Ingram, and they pick up 5 more on the play. And you talked about this being a trap game. Troy Vincent felt coming in this was one that he had to worry about his defense possibly being prepared for, with everyone talking Super Bowl.
You know, right now, Super Bowl's a little early to be talking about. Again, you know, we really have to get through this one. You know, this is such a tough game for us because you're going to get up for your conference games. We'll get up for Dallas. We'll get up for Washington. We'll get up for the Giants. Those are games where it doesn't take much to get you fired up about. This is the game that gets you over the hump.
And the Eagles defense has to stop Seattle before they reach the 14 here on third down. Hasselbeck pulls it down, scrambles, makes a move, and gets the first down and more. Down inside the 5-yard line. Sean Barber finally chased him out, but give him 14 on the run.
Boy, what a move he threw on Brian Dawkins. Matt Hasselbeck, he'll get in trouble early here as Corey Simon is going to blow through the line of scrimmage and get in Matt Hasselbeck's face. Now watch this move on Dawkins. That's beautiful. A little pump fake, and now he's seeing end zone. Kurt, everybody was on Mike Holmgren for giving this guy what he gave him when he brought him over from Green Bay. Right there is a big reason why he's a lot more mobile than people give him credit for in this league.
First and goal from the 4. They fake the handoff to Robinson under pressure, and Hasselbeck got rid of it. They say he was down.
They're going to call the sack right there.
Yep, first sack of the game. This time Brandon Whiting gets it, and they drop him for a loss.
See Brandon Whiting, he'll be over here, and he just does not fall for all the action coming this way. Stays at home, gets in Matt's face, does not go for the pump fake, and then gets himself a sack. Definitely in the grasp of Brandon Whiting.
Well, a big play. It goes from first and goal at the 4 to second and goal at the 15.
43rd sack of the year, Kurt, #1 in the league.
Sean Alexander dancing around, gets back to the 11-yard line, a gain of 4 on the play.
This is where you need to run, in my opinion. When you get down into the red zone, defenses become so difficult, especially one like Philadelphia, who is so good at manning up, playing everybody tight, and keeping everything underneath. If you can run the football, loosen those guys up a little bit, makes it a little easier to find some holes back in the secondary in the end zone.
Hasselbeck on third down. To Alexander, nowhere to go. He loses 5 yards. And this Eagle defense, led by Bobby Taylor on that play, suddenly bows up and stops Seattle.
Now you know why this is the second best red zone defense in the National Football League. And again, Hasselbeck is going to lock on his receiver the whole way. He's going to let it go out on the screen, and then Bobby Taylor rather, just sniffs it out and goes up and gets it.
Well, the Seahawks had been marching down the field until that series when they got first and goal from the 4. This will be a 34-yard field goal attempt by Ryan Lindell. And the Seahawks take the opening kickoff, march down the field, and put points on the board. They lead the Eagles 3-0 early in the first quarter.
Right now, fly Southwest Airlines for just $39 to $99 each way when you purchase by December 12th. So get packing.
You are now free to move about the country.
Honey, I'm stuck in North America. Would you write this down, please? You go south through Canada.
Need a lot of minutes? Switch to Sprint, and for just $30 a month, get unlimited night and weekend minutes and 300 anytime minutes. And get a free PCS phone instantly at Sprint stores.
Boy, that was embarrassing.
It never happened.
PCS from Sprint. Clearly, the phone to give or get.
Cadillac Escalade EXT. Breakthrough. Fox NFL Sunday is brought to you by Southwest Airlines, proud sponsor of the NFL and official airline of Super Bowl 37.
And Matt Hasselbeck and the Seattle Seahawks taking the early lead 3-0 on a possession. They drove 11 plays down the field and kind of got stopped there at the end. Do you feel good about it, though, because you got points out of it?
You have to feel good about it. I mean, as long as you can keep that Philadelphia Eagle defense on the field when you're the Seattle Seahawks offense and get those guys tired out, the better it's going to be for you in the fourth quarter. So the longer the drives, the better, obviously, Kurt, for this Seattle offensive football team. And that guy there, Matt Hasselbeck, I mean, you really sense his confidence meeting with him a couple of days ago.
Ryan Lindell set to kick off. Brian Mitchell, the most dangerous return man in the history of the NFL, takes it. Whoa, as he tripped up. Feet first by D.D. Lewis. 26 yards on the return, and so the Eagles will have their first possession when we come back.
What kind of hot sauce you got?
There's mild, medium, hot, and 3-alarm radioactive fireball surprise.
Okay.
That was mild?
Uh-huh.
For the great taste that won't fill you up and never lets you down.
I guess you don't want to try the medium one.
Make it a Bud Light.
Now there's an American Express card with rewards built in. You can get double rewards points for things you buy every day and a point for virtually every other dollar you spend. So you can earn rewards in double time.
The party is on at the 2002 Billboard Music Awards with performances by Justin Timberlake, Avril Lavigne, Nelly, Creed, Faith Hill. Appearances by Rod Stewart, Cher, Michael Jackson, and more. Live from the MGM Grand in Las Vegas, Cedric the Entertainer hosts the 2002 Billboard Music Awards at 8/7 Central, Fox Monday.
Adam Joshua Feely making his second start in the National Football League. First one was last week against the Rams, and the Eagles won that game 10-3.
And he played really well in that game, Kurt. Had a lot of drops. Numbers weren't great, but he looked terrific.
Well, they start with some shifting in the backfield. Deuce Staley left there all alone. He gets the carry on first down and is wrapped up in the backfield by Anthony Simmons. The Philadelphia Eagles, their offensive line has been strong all season long. Thomas, Wellborn, Fraley, Mayberry, and Runyon, the guys. Staley and Martin in the backfield. Pinkston and Thrash, the wide receivers. The tight end is the Pro Bowler, Chad Lewis. On second down after the loss of 3. Quick pass out to Lewis. Picks up 4 yards on the play. This Seattle defense ranked last in the league against the run. Up front, they have had troubles, and this week Anton Palapoy, the rookie, makes his first ever NFL start. Lamar King, normally the starter there, done for the season with knee surgery. Lucas and Springs, 2 good corners. Tong and Robertson are the safeties. On third down, they have to get it to the 44-yard line. Quick pass, dropped by Chad Lewis, incomplete. And so it will be a 3-and-out for the Eagles.
That's what A.J. Feely can do, though. That was an excellent read, going to the hot read, which is going to be this guy. And what a hot read is when the blitz is coming, as you see Bell, that's the guy you go to. And Chad Lewis just drops the football. A.J. Feely can recognize a defense, Kurt, as quick as anybody. And it's really hard to believe for a guy that really hasn't played a lot of football since his junior year at Oregon.
Drop balls continue to plague the Eagles, and brings on Jason Baker for his first punt. That one's going to be taken short by Bobby Ingram, who has a little running room. And he takes it back into Philadelphia territory. 32 yards on the punt, 19 on the return for Jason Baker, making special teams coach John Harbaugh have a little agita.
If you think all batteries are the same, consider this. When monitoring a patient after open heart surgery, the brand of battery hospitals trust most is Duracell. Duracell, trusted everywhere. Still think all batteries are the same? Consider this. When IMAX needed power for their camera, they trusted Duracell. Up there or down here on Earth. Duracell, trusted everywhere.
Dublin, Ohio, a town divided between Wendy's Bacon Swiss Cheeseburger
And Wendy's chicken bacon Swiss.
People, there's common ground here. Bert and Cindy, don't you both love Swiss?
Yes.
Of course you do. And who here doesn't enjoy hickory smoked bacon? Some like it on a whole breast filet and some on a cheeseburger. But are we gonna let that tear us apart?
Yeah. Choose Wendy's Bacon Swiss Cheeseburger or Chicken Bacon Swiss. It's better here.
Wow, MP3 player, digital camera, DVD player, very nice. Looks like somebody's kids are gonna be very happy this holiday.
Kids, could you? I'll be right.
Something for everyone. Circuit City has tons of great gift ideas this holiday season. Circuit City, we're with you.
Hey, my wife loves these things. All wives love things.
Could you?
Looking for laughs on Sunday night? Then don't miss The Simpsons, King of the Hill, Malcolm and Andy Richter. The best comedies on television.
Help, please!
Don't struggle. We'll only think faster.
It all starts at 8/7 Central tonight on Fox.
Eagles special teams coach John Harbaugh on the right. Punter Jason Baker on the left, who was just signed this week after they lost the veteran Sean Landeta to injury, a calf injury, for the rest of the season.
Well, heck, Baker was cut by the 49ers a couple of weeks ago after the Eagles, which is his teammate now, Brian Mitchell, ran a punt back for a touchdown.
He had the worst net average in all the NFL through the first 12 weeks, which is why San Francisco let him go. Hasselbeck dumps it off. Sean Alexander with the catch. Penalty marker down on the play after the pickup of 7 yards. Darren Walker with the tackle. Our referee today, Bill Carollo. That's going to be hands to the face against Philadelphia.
Illegal use of the hands. Hands to the face. 21. First down.
Bobby Taylor called for the infraction.
Go back to the punt by Baker. And the problem is it's only a 32-yard punt in the air. And watch the coverage guys run past the football and run past Bobby Ingram. I mean, they're both 6 yards past Ingram when he catches the football, all because it was a short kick. They were worried about that coming into the game today in field position, especially when you're playing, Kurt, with an offense and your third-string quarterback and you want to win a game defensively. Field position is everything.
Well, a net of 14 in your first punt with a new team, not the way to endear yourself to teammates or coaches. But it's still early. So a first down after the penalty. Alexander again. Nice block by Chris Terry. Springs him for a gain of 6.
Here's Chris Terry, the new acquisition they got a couple of weeks ago from Carolina. He'll get outside on Whiting and just stretch him and then just stay with him. Alexander reads the cut up inside and then hits the hole. But it's the block by Terry on the defensive end that obviously gives him that big gap.
3 wide receivers in now on second down. Hasselbeck pulls it down, scrambles again, gets another first. We've seen Matt Hasselbeck do what they brought him here to do so far in this game. He's 6 of 6 through the air and has had a couple of nice runs as well.
And he's talented. Here he doesn't even escape the pocket. He'll step up inside, see some daylight, and just take off for the first down. I mean, this guy is sure what he wants to do. There's no hesitation in his thought process right now. And I think a lot of it, Kurt, is finally, he's just starting to buy into the Holmgren West Coast system.
Another first down for the Seahawks. Hasselbeck completes that one to the fullback, Max Strong. Levon Kirkland making his first tackle as an Eagle here at Seahawks Stadium.
And when I talk about Hasselbeck buying into the system, and last year when Holmgren brought him over here in the first part of this year when he was playing, he wasn't a big believer in the West Coast system. He was trying to force things. He wasn't taking what the defense would give him. He started to do that really in the Redskins game about 5-6 weeks ago, and it's been gangbusters ever since for Matt Hasselbeck.
Handoff taken, and a lot of the hard hitting right there at the line line of scrimmage. LaVon Kirkland once again the first guy in there. As Kirkland, they call him Big Kirk, made Sean Alexander pay for that run.
Well, and that's why they brought Big Kirk in there, so he can lay the shots on running backs in the middle of the field like that. And tell you, that is definitely 275. No, add 30 to that at least.
And that's why he's no longer here. He showed up at the one of the mini camps this summer at 300 pounds and was released, but has found new life in Philadelphia. On third down, they need the 21. They go for that and more. Overthrown, intended for Corin Robinson, who was covered by Troy Vincent. No flags on the play.
Corin had him beat. He had a step on Troy Vincent for sure. And coverage, you'll see this all day long from the Eagles defense. And look at it, he wants it now. Ball's thrown just a little bit out in front of him. Lays out, can't quite get it. Says, give me that little yellow hanky, please.
Can't always get what you want. Sometimes you get what you need, and right now they need Ryan Lindell to come through with a 43-yard attempt. And it hooks in. Good. So a 34-yarder from Lindell on the first possession, this time from 43 out, and the Seahawks go up 6-0.
Never yield to convention. Cadillac CTS. Breakthrough.
Another holiday on the credit card, huh? Yeah, my balance is really piling up. But I'll worry about that in January. You could get a Capital One no-hassle card. Nah.
High interest charges running up your balance? Get the Capital One no-hassle card for the nation's lowest long-term fixed rates, $0 fraud liability, and no telemarketing.
What's in your wallet?
Mr. Stevens? Yeah. Got you down for over 130 channels, $39.99 a month.
Right, so...
every channel's digital quality. There's access to 31 premium movie channels, 60 pay-per-view movie titles a month.
Great. So that can go on the back of the roof?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, good. So go ahead and pull around back.
You work for the cable company, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why settle for cable? Get a 2-room DirecTV system with installation for under $50.
Fox NFL Sunday is brought to you by DirecTV. Movies, music, and exclusive sports from the leader in digital satellite entertainment. By Cadillac, bold vehicles defying convention. By Circuit City, we're with you. And by Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Well, the Philadelphia Eagles came into this game with a record of 9-3. Top seed in the NFC. Seattle at 4-8 and struggling, although they have played well, 3-3 in their last 6, and they continue that so far through the first 2 possessions.
That's pretty good there. 6 of 7, 44 yards. Also has a couple of scrambles for first downs. And watch the Seahawks continue to test those Eagles deep today, merely for the fact, Kurt, just to loosen up that secondary a little bit.
Lindell kicks it off. Brian Mitchell from the 13-yard line. Took about 3 guys in blue to bring down Mitchell after the return of 31. And so the Eagles will start with good field position on possession number 2 for them.
Does RoboCat cough up Robo hairballs? It's metal, but that's not the point. The chips that power RoboCat are only manufactured in Palo Alto, but the assembly plant is in Tokyo. If my girlfriend gets RoboCat, would it be jealous of me? Of you? Yeah. No. Now focus. They ship the chips with FedEx International Services. Get time-definite, reliable service to Tokyo. RoboCat's the biggest thing to hit Japan since Godzilla. Did I get it? Yeah, you're fine.
It used to be business was conducted face-to-face, and people were helpful. It was known as common courtesy. At Siebel, We make application software that lets you once again give your customers personalized service. It's made a real difference in a lot of successful companies. It could make one in yours. Siebel, good service is good business.
Introducing Remington's new microscreen TCT, built for closeness, designed for comfort, with the only triple screen system that automatically adjusts for a closer shave with less irritation. Now, just
So you like it, huh?
for the ultimate in closeness and comfort, the new Remington. What a great shave feels like.
There's an easier way to get the gear the pros wear. Call 877-NFL-SHOP for your free team catalog.
Next week, it's a Fox NFL Sunday doubleheader, beginning with America's #1 pregame show as JB, Terry, Howie, and Jimmy get you ready for kickoff. Then the Redskins take on these Eagles, followed by the NFC North champion Packers visiting the 49ers in a possible playoff preview or other regional action. Coverage begins at noon Eastern, 9 Pacific, only on Fox. Getting late in the first quarter here at Seahawks Stadium, Seattle only a 6-0 lead. Second possession for the Eagles, who went 3 and out their first time with the football. Ball batted in the air. It falls incomplete. We complete a pass down to Los Angeles and James Brown for game break.
Kurt and Tim, San Francisco trailing by 3. Take a look. The most productive combination in the league this year. Garcia to Owens. 8-yard strike. 12 touchdown reception of the season for Owens. San Fran on top by 4. 12 seconds left. Back to Kurt and Tim.
All right, San Francisco in that battle along with Philadelphia, Tampa Bay for the best record in the NFC and home field throughout the playoffs. Deuce Staley picks up a couple of yards on the run. Chad Eaton with the tackle.
How about the Seahawks on defense stopping the run early in this game? And that's an area, Kurt, where they have been horrendous all year long, worst in the league, giving up about 172 a game, and they are playing it tough right now. I mean, they are just out-hitting that Philadelphia offensive line up front. They're playing gap control, and I think Anthony Simmons, Kurt, getting him back the last couple of weeks really helps solidify this defense in the run game.
Dorsey Levens in at tailback on third down. They need the 45 of Seattle. To Levens, who gets it down to the 40, a gain of 12 and a first down for Philly.
But I talked about Feely keeping his composure, and you'll watch him roll to the right here as he gets pressured by Tim Terry, and then he'll look back inside and find Dorsey Levens. And then Dorsey, of course, when he's out in the open real estate, he's going to pick up positive yards and goes and gets the first down.
What a find he has been so far this season.
Really has. He's averaged, Kurt, almost 6 yards a carry running for the Eagles this year.
3 wide receivers in on first down. Deuce Staley hit in the backfield, fights his way forward for a gain of 1. Anton Palapoy on the tackle.
He's going to have a big challenge today, Kurt. Anton Palapoy, first year pro, actually, second-round pick out of UNLV this year, and he's got a big challenge today. He's going against John Runyon most of the day. Of course, the big offensive tackle for Philadelphia, playing at Pro Bowl caliber, and Palapoy wants to play well against him and make some plays and help that run defense.
On second and long, Feely. Quick pass, caught by Antonio Freeman. And Freeman fights his way out. Going to be about a yard short of the first down. Doug Evans, one of his former Packer teammates, with the tackle.
That's right. A little bracket coverage on Free, and we had a chance to talk to him, and he never imagined it was going to be as good as it is. I mean, coming in as a third receiver, a complimentary guy, and he's just the same old Antonio Freeman, Kurt. He works in the slot, does everything over the middle of the field for Philadelphia, and gets those tough catches.
On third down, they have to get it right to the 30-yard line. Off the play fake, Feely throws it high, but it's caught by Todd Pinkston, who was leveled immediately by Ken Lucas. He got enough yardage for the first down, but he paid the price, and Lucas apparently injured himself as well.
You're going to see out here, look at the cushion back there by Lucas, and just a stop route by Pinkston. And Lucas injured on the play. And that's not good. They've had problems with corners being injured already this year. Of course, Willie Williams out with a foot. Sean Springs has got a foot. Chris Richard, third-round pick this year, he's out indefinitely, and this is not good for Seattle. I mean, they are absolutely beat up in the secondary.
Well, they're only playing with 3 corners active for this game, Lucas being one of them. And he is still down on the field. Pinkston has gotten up and seems to be trying to shake it off with his back, but Lucas is yet to get up after laying out the hit.
Take a look at Ken Lucas laying on the ground there. Boy.
Let's go down to Los Angeles and JB for another game break.
Kurt and Tim, take a look at how Cleveland and his partner Tim Ryan.
You know, that reminds me of the play that Cleveland had to win their first game when they came back as an expansion team down in New Orleans.
Kevin Johnson.
Same kind of play at the end of the game on a Hail Mary. Well, back here you see Ken Lucas slowly getting up.
You'll see him break up and converge. It looks to me like either a head or a neck injury, Kurt. Anytime you see the helmet hit that hip area, that area is just not going to give. And I don't like to guess on injuries, but it's definitely something up in the neck or head. And look at all the injuries. I mean, they have lost more games, more players to injury than anybody in the NFL.
Not even close.
Not even close. You're right.
And the thing you notice when you look, with the exception of Green Bay, which also amazes you at how Green Bay has been able to stay there with the top record in the conference or about the top record, all those other teams, injury problems, and they have struggled record-wise. Cincinnati, Seattle, Chicago, Arizona.
Injuries are an absolutely huge part of this league and how successful you can be.
So Lucas goes out. They bring in Harold Blackman, who's normally a safety, to play corner, and instead, and they go right at him. And that's incomplete, but there's a penalty flag down on the play as the pass was intended for Freddie Mitchell. Well, Blackman comes in the game, and they welcome him right away.
Yeah, and that's a pretty good idea. It's a good job by Brad Childress, the offensive coordinator. He and Andy Reid going right after Blackman.
12 men on the defense, 5-yard penalty, replay first down.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Well, there you go. Hey, they were all lined up right.
What's this guy doing right here? Who's he?
Well, maybe Harold Blackman was not supposed to be out there. But then again, he was the only guy covering Freddie Mitchell, so who knows? He's out of the game. Doug Evans now in. They hand it off to Deuce Staley through the hole, plowing right into the back of a couple of guys, and he's going to be about a yard short of the first down since it was 1st and 5.
Kurt, here is where the Seahawks defense has to stiffen up. It can't be one of these situations where, okay, a couple of bad things have happened. Right. We've had an injury. We've had a couple of penalties, and, oh, no, here we go again. I mean, this is a time where you've got your backs against the wall. You hold them out of the end zone for a touchdown.
Well, they come in ranked 29th in the league. Overall, 32nd and last against the rush this year. Brian Westbrook gets the first down and more. To the 12-yard line he goes. Nice run of 11 yards, or 6 yards, pardon me. 6 yards on the run by the rookie Westbrook.
And he'll go right over the right guard. But watch the pull here by Hank Fraley to get out. He just cuts right off of Hank's butt, gets up inside, and picks up the first down. And he's a little guy. And Westbrook's only a guy that goes about 5'8". Hard to find up inside there.
You know, I'm sure that's going to run in a game break somewhere, because he went to DeMatha High School, which is where JB went to high school, played basketball, so you know how they work it in.
You already got the ball rolling, don't you?
First down from the 12-yard line. I think that pass was intended for Dorsey Levens, who was all caught up with Rocky Bernard.
It looks like Palapoy is going to get a late hit on A.J. Feely.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, number 91, pushing the quarterback to the ground. Half the distance to the goal, first down.
Let's take a look at it. Here's Palapoy. He's going to get outside of Runyon and get to Feely, and really trying to protect these quarterbacks, as you all know. Gave him a little push there at the end, but
wasn't much of one.
To me, that's cheap.
It was one.
Can you not even touch these guys anymore? My goodness.
So you're not allowed to touchy Feely?
I guess not.
AJ Feely?
You get a flag every time you touchy Feely.
So it'll be 1st and goal. Ball spotted at the 6-yard line. Touchdown Philadelphia Eagles as James Thrash makes the catch.
How about the communication between Thrash and Feely? Look, stop route, not there. Now I'm going to take off. We'll stop and go, and then a perfect throw on Doug Evans. I mean, that is great communication, Kurt, between a quarterback and his receiver. And listen, this quarterback is only in his 2nd NFL start. That's big time.
Gets his 2nd touchdown pass of the year. First as a starter, however. And pending the extra point, the Eagles can take the lead. David Akers puts it through. And so Philadelphia goes on top with 13 seconds to go here in the first quarter.
Now through Sunday at Zales, take up to an extra $300 off, even on sale prices on diamonds throughout the store. Like this $9.99 2-carat diamond necklace, now just $8.49. And this stunning $19.99 8-carat diamond bracelet for only $16.99. That's up to an extra $300 off, even on sale prices, now through Sunday. At Zales, the diamond store.
Well, James Thrash likes playing the Seahawks defense. His career high set last year in the game against Seattle. 2 touchdowns, 165 yards. And he starts with the touchdown on his first catch this game.
And just shredded Ken Lucas in that game last year. And I'll tell you, since he's come over from Washington, he has really developed, Kurt, into a real go-to type receiver. He leads these guys in receptions this year and really developed well here in Philadelphia for the Eagles. And again, it looked like Doug Evans thought that he had that stop route covered up. But A.J. Feely stayed with Thrash the whole way, and then just great communication and good move by Thrash.
David Akers set to kick. James Williams, the deep man now for Seattle, takes it at the 7. The return of 28 yards by Williams.
There's a couple of things to look at. Watch the tight end here come in motion. He'll pull the safety over a little bit, opening that whole area, and then watch Thrash. On a stop, Feely's going to go to him. Nope, it's not there. And then he'll just take off and get into the end zone. Of course, A.J. Feely with his first NFL touchdown pass. Pretty excited. What do you think of that?
Well, it's his first as a starter in the NFL.
That's right. That's right.
He had 1 when he came in that Monday night game 2 weeks ago on the first pass he threw. Also had 2 in a game last year in mop-up duty. Big pass by Hasselbeck. Robinson goes up, but so does Bobby Taylor, and he picks it off. Bobby Taylor finishes off the first quarter in style with the interception, and the Eagles have the lead after 1, 7-6.
Nice phone. I gotta get a cordless headset.
Funny how the kids again. Consider Office Depot your toy store, because our people know exactly what business people want for the holidays, and we offer a wide variety of gifts at great prices. Office Depot. What you need to know.
Golf Saturday? Can't. It's my weekend with the kids.
You're watching the NFL on Fox.
It only happens once a year. Toyotathon 03. This year-end tradition features incredible values on your favorite Toyota cars, including the hottest and newest, like Echo, with your choice, 0% APR, or a $139 a month, 51-month lease with $2,300 due at signing, plus taxes and fees. Great Toyotathon deals on Corolla and Matrix, too. It's Toyota's event of the year. Toyotathon 03. Don't miss it.
The difference is total dominance in a tough world. Like having the best-selling truck for 26 years and counting. The best-selling compact pickup for 16 years. And having the most powerful diesel engine out there. The difference is 3 words. Built for tough. And now the difference is 0% financing or cash back up to $3,000 on 4 trucks like F-150, Ranger, and Super Duty. The choice is yours. The difference is Ford. See your Quality Plus Ford dealer today.
Be there from the first note to the final vote. The next American Idol this January on Fox.
Eagles cornerback Bobby Taylor, the hero last week, scoring the only touchdown of the game in the 10-3 win over the Rams. Finishes off the first quarter today with the interception of Matt Hasselbeck.
And we talked to Hasselbeck a couple of days ago, and he said Bobby Taylor, on the scouting report, it says, is the guy that you go after. But Matt says he doesn't believe it. He said Bobby Taylor's been playing great football, and by no means is he the weak link in that secondary.
Gives the Eagles the ball at the 25-yard line. Feely takes his time, throws it down low, and it's ruled incomplete. Antonio Freeman, the intended receiver.
Here's the Bobby Taylor interception, and you'll watch, he is in perfect coverage with Corin Robinson the whole way, and Matt Hasselbeck just does not get this throw far enough to the sideline. Too much of that ball stays in bounds, and Bobby Taylor just goes up and makes a nice interception.
You talk about the scouting report saying he's the weak link. In all honesty, if you got Troy Vincent, who's been to multiple Pro Bowls, Brian Dawkins is a safety who's been to multiple Pro Bowls, who do you go after?
You don't go after any of them because they all make plays.
And we're going to have a replay challenge by the Philadelphia Eagles on that incompletion. Andy Reid throwing the red flag out and wanting to take a look. And, you know, we talked with Mike Holmgren this week about he's on the competition committee.
Is challenging the ruling on the field that it was an incomplete pass. We'll review the play.
Holmgren is on the competition committee. We talked to him about coaches using challenges early, and whether or not sometimes it happens too early on plays that aren't that big. And you take a look at that replay, and once again, it has to be evidence that's conclusive to overturn it. And you see the ball go through right there. He's not going to win that. Philadelphia won't.
And it was the side judge, Kurt, that actually called it complete, but the back judge that said, hey, that ball is incomplete, called it incomplete, so it'd have to be something indisputable, and to me, that's not indisputable.
My question,
to overturn it.
Andy Reid has had just about everything he's done go perfectly for him this season, the last couple of years, but is this a little early, and on a play like that, to use a replay challenge?
I think it is. I think it is. Then again, Andy Reid, you never know what he's thinking. Right. He may have something up his sleeve where he just wants a little time for his quarterback. He may want a little time for this guy, and his mission may not be to get the thing overturned. He may have a completely ulterior motive in mind.
Excellent job by you, young man.
Thank you.
All right. Well, right now, they'll take a look at it, and Bill Carollo is sticking his head in the replay booth, and don't think this is going to take very long. And Freeman, who was lobbying for the catch, is still lobbying on the sideline.
This is the best look that the replay booths have got looking at this, and
I actually think the other look was better from the back, where you could see the ball go through
the ground. Yeah.
Take another look at it. It's just blown up. You can see it looked like it touched the ground. But once again, regardless, is there enough evidence there for them to see it and overturn it?
No, I think if it was called a completion, it would stand. It's called an incompletion. Therefore, I think it should stand as that as well. I mean, that is definitely not clear enough to overturn this play. And how about Freeman? I mean, we asked him about his days in Green Bay with Mike Holmgren, and what did he say? I mean, he said that hurt a lot when Mike took off to go to Seattle. He said this guy here, Mike Holmgren, all-time favorite coach, loves the guy. Asked him where his Super Bowl ring was, Antonio Freeman. He said that baby's locked up in the safe, man. He says he doesn't wear it. If he wears it and sees it, it doesn't keep him hungry to go get another one. If he looks down on his finger and doesn't see that ring, he knows it's missing something, wants to go get himself another Super Bowl ring. And frankly, Kurt felt like this team with this defense and with Andy Reid was his best chance.
I think they have shown it the last couple of weeks. We mentioned once McNabb went down, everyone thought their season was over, but they won 2 important games against 2 high-powered offenses in San Francisco and St. Louis. Granted, St. Louis is not where they used to be, but still quite a challenge for them last week.
Well, and look what they've done. It was with Feely last week. The week before was out in San Francisco on a Monday night with Coy Detmer, who ended up getting hurt in that game. But I think it's made them a better team, winning without Donovan McNabb.
Here's the call from Carollo.
After reviewing the play, it's been determined the receiver caught and possessed the ball throughout the down. The ruling on the field is overturned to a catch at the 42-yard line. Philadelphia is not charged with a timeout. First down.
You know, just like we said all along, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we were right on that one.
Well, that's my problem with officiating. I mean, to me, that's not consistent.
I agree. I don't think it was conclusive enough to overturn it.
No.
And I believe, as you said, it had been ruled a catch. I don't think it was conclusive enough to overturn it either way.
Either way, yeah. Indisputable, the key word, and to me, that wasn't indisputable. But Free knew it was. He got him a catch. It's a first down. Here we go.
Ball at the 42-yard line. Deuce Staley. Close to the first down, and you hear the calls of Deuce from a number of Philadelphia Eagles fans here, apparently. And Staley is a guy who's having quite the comeback season.
He really is having a good year. He's running for over 4 a carry. He's got a bunch of catches, and really they'll look to him to really help out that quarterback, because when Deuce Staley gets going and he starts picking up those tough yards, Kurt, between the line of scrimmage, you know what happens? The clock starts running and keeps running.
He's battled foot and shoulder injuries the last 2 years, but now is back and on pace for 1,000 again. Todd Pinkston. Back to the line of scrimmage, short of the first down. We send it down to Los Angeles and JB for another game break.
Kurt and Tim, I know you will appreciate this key play here. Take a look at Jeff Blake hooking up with Todd Heap. Look at Heap. Nice leap for the pull-in. 43-yard pass play set up a Jamal Lewis 1-yard run. 10-7 Saints. And then Joey Harrington, 6-yard strike to Michael Ricks. And it's Detroit on top of Arizona, 14-7. Back to Kurt and Tim.
All right, you see the standings there after Tampa Bay got the win over Atlanta. New Orleans trying to get the win over Baltimore to keep pace with the Bucs. Deuce Staley, first down, Philadelphia.
And that's where Deuce Staley in the lower body strength comes into play. Rocky Bernard had him in the backfield. Here's Rocky Bernard. He'll get in the backfield and looks like he has Deuce Staley on a tackle for loss. Deuce just breaks it, cuts back inside, and then picks up the tough first down. Rocky Bernard has to make that play.
Ball on the 47-yard line. First down for the Eagles. Feely, a little bit high, but Staley pulls it in and fights his way for a gain of 7. Tim Terry with the stop.
This Seattle defense, to me, is undisciplined and as any I've seen, Kurt, all year long. They don't know their assignments. Watch Orlando Huff right here. He thinks he's covering the running back, and then watch him bail at the last second. Now he's going to tuck off and start running down the. He doesn't know what's happening. I mean, he thought he had Deuce Staley. There's Huff there. Now he's going to take off and run this way, come off of Deuce Staley, and leave Tim Terry to come up and make the play.
Quick pass out to Todd Pinkston, and it's dropped. Third drop we've seen already from Philadelphia. And that was a problem they had last week against St. Louis. They dropped 8 balls in that game.
Yeah, they did. They had a lot of drops for sure. But I want to go back to that Seattle defense, Kurt, for just a second and talk about how undisciplined they've played all year. 2 weeks ago in the football game, I believe it was against Kansas City, 60 defensive plays, 40 of them this defense lined up wrong. When you're in week 13 and week 12 in the NFL as they were, you can't line up wrong 75% of the time.
Dorsey Levin's on the pitch looking to throw. He's got a man downfield. Incomplete, intended for James Thrash, but Reggie Tongue got in to break it up.
Big stop on third down for that Seattle defense. And little toss to Dorsey. Just gets a little too much air under this football. Thrash has to wait for it. And Reggie Tongue just goes up and gets him a pass breakup.
So Jason Baker, who only kicked it 32 yards his first time, will boot it this time. Bobby Ingram calling for the fair catch. And he makes it at the 14-yard line. 27 that time on the punt by Baker.
Come on, man, do it.
Wait, an electric dog collar? I will never do that. No.
It really doesn't hurt.
We'll tell everyone you did it.
Oh, great.
Life is best told over a great tasting Miller Lite at a place called Miller Time.
You sure it's off?
I promise you, it's don't you worry.
The Citizen Echo Drive. It never needs a battery because light recharges it. So, what will you do with your battery now that your watch doesn't need one?
Feast your eyes on the new fajita grilled stuffed burrito from Taco Bell. Sizzling strips of marinated steak and grilled veggies. All the great fajita flavors now wrapped to go in a grilled tortilla.
Ooh, fajitas.
Ooh, fajitas.
Taste the new fajita grilled stuffed burrito and think outside the bun.
Powerful new Silverado is here. Still available with a 340 horse Vortec V8.
Fox NFL Sunday is brought to you by Chevy Trucks, the most dependable, longest-lasting trucks on the road. By Citizen Echo Drive, a revolutionary watch that never needs a battery. By Taco Bell, think outside the bun. And by Office Depot, what you need to know.
Just under 12 minutes to go here in the second quarter in Seattle. Kurt Menefee along with Tim Ryan. The Eagles on top of the Seahawks 7-6. Seattle beginning this possession at the 14-yard line. Sean Alexander gets it outside, slips away from a tackle, and picks up 10 yards.
Sean Alexander, to me, is running better, Kurt, in the last 3 weeks than he's run all year long. And talking to Mike Holmgren, he said that Sean Alexander's starting to do the things that he wants him to do. And most importantly, that's running north and south. And Sean has had a history of being a hopper, a guy that wants to go side to side to try to pick and choose a hole. He's better off when he just gets going downhill in a hurry.
First down for the Seahawks. Alexander, this time hit at the line of scrimmage, nowhere to go. Paul Grassmanis with the tackle. And there was some question about Alexander coming into this season because for the first time he was the starter. Before it had been Ricky Watters, and when Watters got hurt he got to start, but this year the job was his from the get-go.
It was all his, and frankly didn't handle it very well. The first 3 or 4 games of the year did not look good, then exploded against Minnesota, I believe on a Sunday night, had 5 touchdowns, did a bunch of stuff, and the thing with him is just consistency. It just hasn't been there.
Hasselbeck to the air on second down. Instead, pulls it down, scrambles again. Plenty of room in the middle of the field for Hasselbeck, who picks up 14 on the run.
Tell me that's not Favre-like. Tell me that's not Favre-like, the way that he pumps and fakes and gets guys guessing. Just look at Corin Robinson, of course, Taylor in good coverage. And Darrell Jackson on the other side. These guys were covered up, and he just had nowhere to go. Now watch this Favre-like move. A little whoop, little cut there, now a little pump fake, and then just heads up the middle of the field for the first down.
3 carries, 36 yards for Hasselbeck so far in this game. Is this Mike Vick? Brings it down. And he was in the motion of throwing, so it's called an incompletion.
Dangerous.
Indy Kalu was bringing the pressure.
Dangerous to continue to try to do something with that ball. Just take a 2-yard sack. I mean, here's where he does good. He sees his primary, wants to go there. He's not there, so he holds it. Now just hold it. Hold it, Matt, and go down. Don't try to do something a little extra. He knows it, Kurt. That's when he gets in trouble.
Well, we saw him do it on an earlier series, and the same thing happened. He got away with one that was ruled an incompletion. Eagles coming on the blitz. Quick pass by Hasselbeck, and it's picked off. Bobby Taylor, his second interception of the game, and he throws it back. Tried to lateral the football, and instead they have to just fall on it.
Bobby Taylor got stickum on his gloves.
I think Taylor didn't exactly get it where he wanted to as he tried to pitch it to Brian Dawkins. And instead of a big play on the return, they get the big play on the interception, and it stays there. But 2 picks today for Bobby Taylor. 5 on the year for number 21 for Philadelphia.
We should change before we pick up the girls.
Okay.
Chevy Avalanche. It changes from a pickup to an SUV.
What are you doing?
Avalanche, like a rock.
Take all the time you want, folks.
We'll take this one in red.
Beautiful choice, sir.
No, black.
Black. That's actually my favorite color.
Red. Definitely red.
With Microsoft Server software, you can quickly connect with customers. That's software for the agile business from Microsoft.
I usually don't ski the Northeast. The mountains are so tiny.
Of course, I really haven't had much time for skiing lately, what with making Varner down on Wall Street.
Looking for an even more satisfying crunch? Grab a Snickers Cruncher. Peanuts, caramel, chocolate, and crunchies. Snickers Cruncher. Beyond crunchy.
Introducing Domino's Pizza Buffalo Chicken Kickers. Tender cuts of all-white chicken breast with a kick of spicy buffalo flavor baked through and through. 10 pieces for $5.99. Get the door and get a kick out of dinner tonight. Get an order of Cinesticks free when you buy a large one-topping pizza for $9.99.
The threat is growing.
They found nuclear material.
The clock is ticking.
I don't know any terrorists!
And the next twist is beyond words.
Step out of the car and open up the trunk.
Oh my God!
24, all new. 9/8 Central Fox Tuesday.
So far in this game, Seattle quarterback Matt Hasselbeck has completed more passes to Bobby Taylor than he has to any of his own receivers, with the exception of Bobby Ingram, who has 2 as well. But Taylor with 2 interceptions already in this game.
I believe that's, what, number 4 and 5 on the year for Bobby Taylor. Hasselbeck, Kurt, started this game out red hot, looked terrific, making good decisions.
Well, he was, what, 5 for his first 5?
5 for 5, that's right.
6 for his first 6.
Last couple of series, just not made some good throws.
Eagles begin at the 38. Feely with time over the middle of the field finds Todd Pinkston, and that's good for a big gain as Ken Lucas, who's now back in the game, brings him down after he picked up 18.
Go back to the turnover, and Bobby Taylor is just going to sit hard inside, and if Hasselbeck will just wait a second and throw this ball outside, he's got a touchdown. Look, if he just throws it out here to Darrell Jackson, that's a touchdown, but he throws it right to Bobby Taylor. And that is not a good decision to throw that football. Bobby Taylor sitting inside the whole way.
Staley through a hole. Bounces it outside. Deuce Staley all the way into the end zone for the Eagles touchdown.
That is how you draw up a counter. Watch Mayberry come around inside the hole. Deuce will get on his hip, and nobody touches him. Nobody. He just follows his offensive guard up in the hole. There's a huge gap, and that's why you see right there, Kurt, why the Seattle Seahawks are the worst rush defense in the National Football League. Sliced through like butter.
So David Akers comes on for the extra point. Tim Hasselbeck with the hold, the brother of Matt. And so the Eagles turn the Bobby Taylor interception into another touchdown, and they extend the lead to 14-6.
Life is full of difficult choices, and some not so difficult. When you purchase an elegantly redesigned mid-size 2003 Saturn L Series, you can choose $2,500 toward your down payment. Or get 0% financing, 0 down payment, and 0 payments for 90 days. Unfortunately, this not-so-difficult choice ends January 2nd. Purchase a 2003 Saturn L Series and get $2,500 toward down payment, or 0% APR, 0 down payment, and 0 monthly payment for 90 days. See participating retailer for restrictions.
Please enter password. Please scan retina. Please submit blood sample. Please submit hair sample.
Can your security software protect your entire enterprise without making you jump through hoops?
Ready for that 10 o'clock, Dave?
Coming.
Ours can. Comprehensive security solutions from Computer Associates.
Welcome to the kingdom.
Are we there yet?
No.
Are we there yet?
No.
Simpsons Talking Watches, now only at Burger King. Just $2.39 each with the purchase of any value meal.
Cool your jets, man.
Burger.
Collect all 4. And our big double cheeseburger is just 99 cents. With 2 slices of melted cheese and 2 juicy flame-broiled patties. More beef than a Big and Tasty. Hurry, offers end soon.
Fox NFL Sunday is brought to you by Saturn, makers of the View, redesigned L Series, and the all-new Ion.
Deuce Staley's 21-yard touchdown run put the Eagles on top, 14-6, and capped off a drive that was started by their defense, Bobby Taylor, with his second interception of the game.
Tell you, if you're Seattle, you got to watch out right now. You cannot get too far behind, Kurt, these Philadelphia Eagles, because if you do, that pass rush starts getting after.
They started out with a 6-0 lead. Since then, it's been all Eagles. Maurice Morris at the 8. Morris with a nice 30-yard return on the play. Cecil Martin finally stopped it.
Kurt, kudos to the whole offensive line on the touchdown. Watch the block here by Trey Thomas. Great block here by Chad. Cecil Martin will get out here and get a kick out, and then Mayberry will lead up inside. Big bonus for everybody. That is exactly how you draw it up. Look at that. My goodness. Six points.
Now, Deuce Staley asking for the ball after the touchdown. The ball boy says, here's one.
Is that the right one, though?
yeah, here's one. Does he know the difference? That's the question. Hasselbeck completes the pass out to Sean Alexander. And that's Hasselbeck's first completion in his last 5 attempts. He started off the game 6 for 6.
Yeah, it was fantastic. And he's got to continue to make good decisions. And you look what the Eagles have done in the turnover ratio. In the wins, Kurt, +9, 3 losses, -3. And it's looking good, pretty good today at +2. Defense has already made a couple of big plays, and it's been that guy, Bobby Taylor, with 2 interceptions. And when they win that turnover ratio, baby, they're 8-1.
Sean Alexander absolutely nowhere to go. He's dropped for a loss of 3 on the play. And slow to get up is Hugh Douglas, the guy who's the leading sacker for this Philadelphia defense with 10 sacks on the season.
The little limp as Walter Jones is on him. I couldn't see what happened.
Well, he had a sore knee coming into the game, so may have aggravated that. Don't know, as flags go flying everywhere, as there's a lot of movement early.
This is what you don't want. You don't want 3rd and long against this defense.
Prior to the snap, false start, 69, offense, 5-yard penalty, 3rd down.
3rd and long just got to be 3rd and longer as Floyd Wedderburn got started early.
Watch Hugh Douglas over here. Watch the Hugh hop. You know, most defensive linemen, you're taught to have great body lean and come off and get in that big sprinter stance, keep your pads low. As this game progresses, you'll watch Hugh do the Hugh hop all day long, and he's successful with it.
Third down for the Seahawks. They have to get it to the 48. Here comes the blitz. Here go the flags.
Chris Terry that time, Kurt. Little flinch out of the right tackle.
Prior to the snap, false start, 72, offense, 5-yard penalty, still third down.
I mean, do you blame him? Watch the shift here. Dawkins will come up in the hole for the blitz, and that's what will draw Terry off. See Brian Dawkins come up? And Terry wants to get the jump as much as he can to try to help protect his quarterback against that Philly blitz.
It has gone from 3rd and 8 to 3rd and 18. Eagles back off. Hasselbeck completes it out to Corin Robinson, and that is good for 20 yards on a Seattle first down.
Matt Hasselbeck just needs protection. If he can sit back there in the pocket, Corin Robinson will get open. I mean, he is a big play type guy. Little in, and then he'll just square it out past the first down marker, and Brian Dawkins can't stay with him. Terrific throw from Hasselbeck, Kurt, but the whole key, giving Matt Hasselbeck that time. Holmgren said it. He said, hey, if Matt has time with these receivers like Corin Robinson, we're going to make big plays.
First down at midfield. Play fake. Hasselbeck has the time again. That time it's thrown into the, I guess we have to call it the turf because we can't say the dirt.
The field turf.
Yeah, it's thrown into the field turf.
There you go.
In the direction of Darrell Jackson.
Little pressure on the outside by Hugh Douglas. Here's the Hugh hop we're talking about. See how he gets straight up with those shoulder pads? Very unorthodox style of pass rush, but it works for Hugh Douglas. Of course, 10 sacks, Kurt, on the year coming into this game. And I'll tell you what it did. Was it voided the final year of his contract this year.
Well, he had 9.5 last season, made it to the Pro Bowl, and had to get more than that this year, which he did with 10 already.
So they'll look to redo his deal in Philly, and he wants to stay an Eagle for sure.
Hasselbeck going up top, overthrown, incomplete. Darrell Jackson, the nearest receiver there.
You see how they pick up the blitz, got all these guys coming over here. And he's just going to step up in front of Brian Dawkins. And that's what Dawkins does. He'll harass quarterbacks all day long. They have to know. Every time that quarterback, Kurt, comes up to the line of scrimmage, believe me, they look around, they figure out where number 20 is. Brian Dawkins.
Well, they better find out where he is on 3rd and long. They have to get it to the 40. Under pressure. Hasselbeck lost his shoe, throws it out, and it's dropped. Corin Robinson was open, but Hasselbeck couldn't get enough on the football.
What an improviser. And this guy is an absolute competitor, and he had Philadelphia bring all kinds of stunts up inside. Little pass rush games, he'll step up and just sift around where he can find an opening. And then Corin Robinson should have had this football.
Brian Mitchell won't get a chance because Jeff Fiegels is brought down. Indy Kalu.
Fiegels looks like he's not feeling too good also, Kurt. Took a nasty shot from Indy Kalu.
Boy, he is slow to get up. The trainers are already on the field for the Seahawks. But Kalu continues to come up big. 4 sacks in that game last week, and now a huge play on special teams. And you can see Fiegels he is not even moving right now.
He took a nasty shot from Indy Kalu, and here it is. Fiegels knows he's not going to get it off. Oh, he just takes it right on the temple. Hat to hat, just gets ear-holed by Indy Kalu.
So 20 seconds left. Garcia looks left.
He's got this weak side blitz coming, right? Takes a snap. Takes a 3-step drop.
Bunch of big guys trying to kill him.
Dodges this one safety. Ducks under this tackle.
Launches this awkward, just squirrely looking.
Prayer to the corner of the end zone.
Right into the hands of
J.J. Stokes.
Touchdown.
得分呐
Touchdown!
Should have been there.
Should have been there.
You should have been there.
If you want to be there, bring your Visa card because you can't buy 49er tickets at 3Com Park with American Express.
You should have been there.
The Citizen Echo Drive. It never needs a battery because light recharges it. So, what will you do with your battery now that your watch doesn't need one?
It's a deal worth a double take. It's Applebee's new Take Two. Choose 2 from 4 delicious entrees to make 1 mouth-watering plate. Now that's eating good in the neighborhood.
Father, give me the strength for what I must do. Everything we are.
This is a free country, but not free for the taking.
Everything we believe in. First had to be fought for in the streets. The motion picture event of the year.
This is a night for America!
Leonardo DiCaprio, Daniel Day-Lewis, Cameron Diaz. Gangs of New York. Rated R. In theaters nationwide Friday, December 20th.
See performances by Justin Timberlake, Avril Lavigne, Nelly, Creed, Faith Hill, plus appearances by Cher, Michael Jackson, and more. Live, Cedric the Entertainer hosts the 2002 Billboard Music Awards at 8/7 Central, Fox Monday.
Here's the big play by Indy Kalu, who's right here. Watch this open up like the Red Sea here. Heath Evans is here. He needs to step up and block Kalu. He comes over here, and Kalu just gets a free run right to Jeff Fiegels. Nobody blocks him. You get your punter absolutely killed, and watch the helmet-to-helmet shot. It's the helmet-to-helmet shot there that does the damage on Fiegels. Of course, the special teams coach, Pete Rodriguez, trying to figure out who was supposed to pick this guy up. Ah, come on, you guys.
Well, Jeff Fiegels is still down on the field, has yet to get up, and you know, here's a guy who's been in this league 237th consecutive start right now, which is a record for punters, and you know, he catches the brunt of the latest miscue by Seattle.
And there's been a bunch of them today. Jeff Fiegels, Kurt, is the best placement punter of all time, period. I mean, there has been nobody that has dropped more punts down inside the 20-yard line than Jeff Fiegels.
While they check on Fiegels, we'll take another brief timeout.
My son Donovan and I are making sure everyone in Philly is eating good.
Oh, hey, what are you doing?
Yes, you need some nice, hot, chunky soup to fill you up right.
Campbell's Chunky Sirloin Burger. Big chunks of veggies and hearty sirloin burgers grilled to perfection.
How can I thank you guys?
Oh, Mom, one more?
Campbell's Chunky Sirloin Burger fills you up right.
And so Indy Kalu, who inflicted the punishment among those cheering, is Jeff Fiegels finally able to get up and walk off.
If I'm going to try to block somebody on the punt team, I'm definitely looking for Indy Kalu. I mean, this guy has been a special teams player all year, but he's a heck of a pass rusher as well, Kurt. 4 sacks last week against the Rams, NFC Defensive Player of the Week. If I was trying to block on the punt, I would look for Kalu, and that time they just let him run free.
Well, the big thing, in addition to the injury to Fiegels, the Eagles now have the ball at the 35-yard line of Seattle. So they'll take it over, first down. Feely. Too high for James Thrash, incomplete. Doug Evans with the tight coverage.
I think if you're the Seahawks, you got to start blitzing A.J. Feely. They have not had anybody in his face, and I think what you need to do to a young quarterback like A.J. Feely in his second NFL start, you get up and you blitz him until he proves he can beat the blitz. And so far, they have not tested A.J. Feely. He has sat back there and just completed balls and looked pretty good.
9 of 13 so far. Deuce Staley with the carry. And Staley picks up 4 yards before Rocky Bernard stopped him. Well, the Eagles come into this game, as we said, the #1 seed in the NFC.
Yep.
And I hate the cliche, but they control their own destiny. They win out the rest of the way, and they get home field throughout the rest of the playoffs. Throughout the playoffs.
Yep, and you think about the weather, the bad weather in Philadelphia outside, and they've got probably the best kicker in the league. They need to win out.
On third down, they have to get it to the 25. Thrash fights, Gets it. And Feely just continues the good feeling for this Eagles offense.
You can see here the playoff picture, of course, in the NFC. Everybody fighting for these two now.
But if Philadelphia wins this game, they will go back to the #1 seed ahead of Tampa Bay. They own all the tiebreakers, really starting with the conference record. They have not lost a game in the NFC this year.
Only undefeated team, as you said, Kurt. And hoping to get Donovan McNabb back, of course, for that finale against the Giants at the end of the year.
Which is a game on a Saturday, the last game of the regular season.
Yep.
Saturday right after Christmas.
We talked about it earlier, and the more they can win and the more they can continue to play and gain confidence without their MVP, Donovan McNabb, the better it's going to be for them in January.
First down at the 25. Feely throws it too low for Cecil Martin, incomplete. Feeling a little heat from Rocky Bernard on that one.
And talking about A.J. Feely, I mean, and he hasn't really played. He had 8 starts his junior year at Oregon. Hasn't really played since because Joey Harrington came in and unseated him when he got hurt. But probably historically, Kurt, he's been a guy that's held on to the football a little too long. He's taken some shots back there, but he said he's learned as a pro over the last couple of years that you've got to get that football out. I mean, no matter what, throw it away if you have to. Bad things happen when you take a lot of hits.
Good start today, 10 of his first 15. Dorsey Levens through the hole. Levens picks up 8 yards on the run. Marcus Robertson with the tackle.
Terrific block by Cecil Martin.
Anton Palapoy is slow getting up, and remember,
not good.
He's starting because Lamar King, their regular defensive end, is out with a knee injury.
That's right. Watch the block by Cecil Martin right there on Anthony Simmons. Is just going to spring. Simmons will spin back inside out of his gap. Dorsey will cut it out and is gone. Anthony Simmons, Kurt, has got to keep that outside shoulder free so he can make the tackle in his gap. He takes the hit on okay, but then spins back inside and gives up his gap, and Dorsey Levens makes him pay for it.
They're looking at the lower leg of Palapoy. As you mentioned, he's a second-round pick out of UNLV, making his first ever start.
There he is there. Against John Runyon. Oh, no. Nobody even touched him, Kurt.
That is not a good sign whenever you see a guy not locked up with someone get hurt.
Yeah, he was just trying to slap Runyon's hands down, and it looked like something gave out in that left leg, and he just went down.
So Palapoy being helped to his feet. He's able to limp off, but with a lot of help.
Yeah, that doesn't look good.
No.
D-line is thin already, and considering how bad they've been against the run, their lack of pass rush this year, Kurt.
Well, now it means number 95 there, John Hilliard, has to come into the game, and Hilliard has only played 2 games all season long. As a matter of fact, he has been inactive the previous 8 weeks.
To me, this is where this defense, Kurt, really misses Levon Kirkland. I mean, they really miss his leadership when they're in situations like this. They are searching for leaders on that defense.
3rd and short. They need 2 yards. Brian Westbrook hit. I think he's going to be about a half-yard shy, thanks to Reggie Tongue for Seattle's defense.
Yeah,
take a look at the spot.
Heck of a shot by Reggie Tongue. Seattle wasn't even ready on defense for this play. Look at these guys. Nobody's even ready to go at the snap of the ball. I mean, they've got the edge on them already. And Tongue individually just runs the alley and comes up and makes a terrific tackle on Westbrook. That's what I'm talking about, though, about this Seattle Seahawks defense. When they're either in bad position or they're not lined up and ready to go.
Oh, right now, Philadelphia looked like they were going to go for it on 4th down, but they call a timeout as A.J. Feely goes out to talk it over with the head coach, Andy Reid. They try and figure it out. 4:03 left to play here in the first half.
Wow, entered to win a trip to the big game with John Elway.
People, let me tell you about my best friend. He's a warm-hearted person who loved me till the end. People, let me tell you about him. He's so much fun. Yeah, he's my best friend.
Entered to win a trip to the big game with John Elway. Odds of winning dependent on number of entries. Odds of becoming John Elway's best friend? Not as good.
So Andy Reid roaming the sidelines, his team going for it on 4th down. 4 minutes to go. Here in the first half, already owning a 14-6 lead.
Why not? Yeah. Number 5 rush offense in the NFL against the worst rush defense in the NFL.
Well, now Seattle calls the timeout.
Trying to ice them.
Trying to ice the center?
Yeah.
That's the team. Worrying maybe Hank Fraley will get nervous and snap the ball too early. Well, you know what? You're trying to make your plans right now for New Year's Eve. Forget New Year's Eve. Do what you want. Then New Year's Day, spend it with us here on Fox, as we've got one of college football's most storied bowl games. It's the 67th SBC Cotton Bowl Classic. It's the LSU Tigers taking on the Texas Longhorns in the 67th Cotton Bowl Classic, sponsored by SBC. It's all New Year's Day, 11 Eastern, 8 a.m. Pacific, only on Fox. Hey, who do you think will have home field advantage in LSU against Texas?
That's
in Dallas.
I think I'll go with Texas.
Yeah, you never know. And so they decide not to go for it after Seattle calls a timeout, and they send the field goal kicking unit out. 33-yard attempt by David Akers.
This is what I was talking about earlier. I mean, if they can continue to win, everything goes through Philly with this guy out in the cold, you're looking pretty good.
Automatic.
See, I knew that was going in. I didn't even have to. I prefaced it like that.
Akers, 25 of 27, the most accurate kicker in the National Football League so far this season, and now it's an 11-point lead.
Seahawks have had problems all year long, Kurt. I mean, if it's not penalties, it's been the turnovers, and the turnovers here early in the first half of this game have certainly been the difference. They've turned them over in some bad situations, some bad positions on the field, and Philadelphia has been able to come in and capitalize.
Well, Bobby Taylor has 2 interceptions already in this game.
There's the first one, and then here's the one that really killed him. Bobby Taylor will get up and run this back deep into their territory.
Because it led to a touchdown later on by Deuce Staley.
That's right.
And then, of course, the last possession wasn't a turnover, except it was turned over on downs after they never got the punt off. So Matt Hasselbeck in a hole after having a 6-0 lead to start this game. Now has to try and do it the comeback route.
And they need to come out and just play carefree football. A lot the way they did against Kansas City a couple of weeks ago. They got down in that game 10-0 against the Chiefs. And Holmgren got mad. He said, heck with it. I am going to just start calling a wide-open game plan. Called a couple of deep balls. Kurt got a penalty, got a big completion. Scored a couple of plays later. He needs to get back to that wide-open game plan and attack. And I would venture to say he'll do that the rest of this game.
Short kick. Lobbed up high. James Williams falling for it. Loses the football on a muff. And just lays there and recovers it. You know, the big news this television season is that the #1 pregame show is taking it to prime time. Yeah, you heard that right. On Saturday, January 18th, it's Fox NFL Saturday Night as JB, Terry, Howie, and Jimmy, along with Jillian and Jimmy Kimmel, grab the spotlight for what promises to be one of television's more entertaining hours. It's Fox NFL Saturday Night, January 18th, only on Fox.
Terry and that banjo were together like hand and glove.
Sean Alexander, nowhere to go, picks up a yard on the run. Well, if you're Seattle's offense, you want to hold this ball as much time as you can before halftime.
Yeah, that's why they're running it. They don't want to come in here and do 3 and out, have to punt, and then get scored on again before halftime and completely go in way down.
Hasselbeck. Pass completed to Corin Robinson. It was actually completed for a gain of 1 yard. Brian Dawkins with the tackle immediately after he caught it.
See Corin Robinson, you'll see him come back across the middle of the field and just takes a nasty shot from Sean Barber. That's what you do. I mean, if a guy comes into your zone, Kurt, and you're up in front of that 5-yard area, you blast him. And that's what Barber did there. And really screwed up that whole play.
All a key third down here if they want to hold on to the football. They've got to get it to the 34-yard line. And the Seahawks call a timeout.
That's the team set in charge timeout.
Tell you what happened is
30-second timeout.
Seahawks came up in that 46, the bear look, and Hasselbeck didn't like it. He wants to go talk things over on the sideline.
What is it about it that causes problems?
Well, they can do so many different things out of the 46 with the blitz. I mean, you talk about being disguised in blitzes, and Jim Johnson does a great job of that. When you bring in the bear in the 46, it even becomes more confusing for a quarterback. But there are areas, Kurt, to attack that bear defense. The outs, out on the edges, and, of course, the natural running lanes out off tackle.
Of course, Jim Johnson was a linebackers coach here under Dennis Erickson with the Seahawks in '98. That was the year the Seahawk defense scored 8 touchdowns, led the league in sacks, all that stuff. But Erickson was let go after that year, and Jimmy Johnson, or Jim Johnson as he prefers to be called, has found a home with Andy Reid in Philadelphia. Maybe the most creative defensive mind in football.
Well, he gets after it.
Hasselbeck on 3rd and long. Being pressured by Kalu, brought down for the sack. N.D. Kalu, his 7th sack of the year, 2nd big play in the last 2 possessions. 1 on the punt, this time on the sack.
He is so talented, N.D. Kalu. You'll see him come from the outside on Chris Terry and just bull rush him right into Matt Hasselbeck and then get the sack.
Well, you can see how they've gotten better and better with Johnson since he's come on board.
Wow.
Single digits everywhere. Jeff Fiegels is back in the game to punt. Came close to getting that one blocked. And it'll go out of bounds. Let's see where they spot that one. Should be excellent field position for the Eagles. And there is an Eagle who is injured down at the 13-yard line.
It's like Cecil Martin, doesn't it?
The fullback, and he is the only fullback on their roster. So could be a key injury for the Eagles right now. That's actually Brian Westbrook.
That's right.
The rookie running back. Westbrook, of course, their 3rd-round pick out of Villanova. And we talked earlier about him going to DeMatha High School, was a big-time high school basketball player, but went on to college and finished as the all-time, all-purpose man in NCAA history at Villanova.
Who else went to Villanova?
Howie Long.
That's right. Brian Westbrook right there. Well, Heath Evans is going to pick him up this time. He spins out and looks like he gets tangled up there with N.D. Kalu. Like he and N.D. Kalu got their feet tangled up. Yep, that's it. Just as Westbrook spun back outside, he and N.D. Kalu got those ankles locked up and something happened. And keep your eye on the feet of Westbrook. There he is there. Watch his feet as he spins. Watch his left foot. There. Like Kalu either oh no, there it is. There it is. It's the Seattle Seahawk rolls over on his foot. There it is. There it is right there on the left leg of Westbrook. See that ankle tucked under the Seattle Seahawk? Now it pops out. There's the injury.
He is being carried off the field, unable to put any weight on it. And he is a young man they expect big things out of in the future. Also during that timeout, Brandon Whiting, the defensive end for the Eagles, went into the locker room. With 2:16 left to go here in the first half, he'll get a head start on whatever his injury problem is.
Boy, this is not when you want injuries in December, that's for sure. And Andy Reid really has gotten his team ready, Kurt, for this push in December. Everything he does in September and all the way through, is to get ready for this time of year.
Eagles start at the 48 of Seattle. Feely is picked off. Anthony Simmons with the interception. First pick of the year for Simmons, who missed 9 games with an ankle injury.
And he's a big-time player. These are the impact plays that they miss out of a guy like Anthony Simmons. And he's just going to undercut Chad Lewis here, and he'll slip underneath and get the interception. Watch him undercut it. Get that football and give his offense an opportunity. And Kurt, that's what these guys wanted to do defensively. I mean, they have been battered and pushed around all year. They just wanted to give their team a chance offensively, and Feely doesn't like it.
First interception thrown in 3 games by Feely. Hasselbeck being chased down from behind by Hugh Douglas. Sack number 11 on the year for Douglas, number 3 on the day for the Eagles defense.
And Hugh Douglas just keeps working.
2-minute warning here in Seattle. Seahawks on top, 17-6.
Fox NFL Sunday is brought to you by Gateway, a better way.
M4 processors.
Life is full of difficult choices, and some not so difficult. When you purchase an elegantly redesigned mid-size 2003 Saturn L Series, you can choose $2,500 toward your down payment. Or get 0% financing, 0 down payment, and 0 payments for 90 days. Unfortunately, this not-so-difficult choice ends January 2nd. Purchase a 2003 Saturn L Series and get $2,500 toward down payment. Or
don't forget, coming up on the Visa Halftime Report, JB, Terry, Howie, and Jimmy will have all the scores and highlights from around the league, and the Fox Sports ticker. We'll keep you updated with those up-to-the-second stats. That's all on the Visa Halftime Report. 2 minutes away on the game clock here. Seahawks at their own 41.
In that Bear defense again.
See? He couldn't even get that one off before the pressure came.
Yeah, that's what the Bear defense does. I mean, he had absolutely no idea that they were going to bring the whole kitchen sink over here, and he tries to get out there to Bobby Ingram, but there's no way he can with the blitz in his face right now. There's just way too many guys for them to block up front.
They have to get it to the Philadelphia 45 to keep the drive going. Open through the hands of Darrell Jackson, incomplete. Oh, right decision, right read, just couldn't connect.
Yeah, and that's just it. I mean, these guys can't make plays when they have to, and he'll go out and get open in the soft spot of the zone. Just going to sit down in the hole of the zone. Hasselbeck finds him off his fingertips. Darrell Jackson has got to catch that football. Not a guy that's always been known for his drops, Kurt.
Second
down
today.
with that one.
Fiegels gets it off. Brian Mitchell hit, bounces off, and returns it 16 yards out to the 41-yard line. And so the Eagles will start from there. Next week, it's a key NFC matchup as the San Francisco 49ers and the Green Bay Packers go at it. 2 teams in the hunt with these Philadelphia Eagles for best record in the NFC, trying to get home field throughout the playoffs. And you know what home field throughout the playoffs is like in Green Bay.
San Francisco's not too bad either, Kurt, although they won't get it, but
So Staley with a short run. 1:32 left to go. We talked about home field throughout the playoffs. You see what a difference it's made 7 times in the last 9 years. Whoever has home field from the NFC goes to the Super Bowl.
You get home field, baby, all the way through. You can almost make your trip to San Diego this year.
Feely out to Chad Lewis into Seahawk territory. He gets the first down at the 45. And Feely calls the timeout. Second taken by this Eagle offense. 1:08 left. They'll have one more timeout to work with.
See the NFC division leaders, and Philly right there. 8-0 in conference play. Obviously hold every tiebreaker advantage, Kurt, that there is. Here's their remaining schedule percentage the rest of the way out for the Eagles, and a little easier than the Packers, as you see.
All they have to do is win out, and it doesn't matter what anyone else does. And as we said earlier, no Philadelphia team since 1960 has ever finished with the best record. And back then, obviously, before the merger, they didn't have divisions and extra rounds of playoffs. Deuce Staley spinning his way down for a gain of 11 and another Philadelphia first.
Unbelievable block by John Runyon on John Randall. I mean, he came around the edge and just buried John Randall. Watch Runyon come from here and get on John Randall there. He just blows him up. There's nobody within 7 yards of Deuce Staley.
They've got 3 wide receivers in on first. Ball batted. Antonio Cochran was the guy who got a hand on that one. Stops the clock for the Eagles with 34 seconds to go.
Arrington thought he had one there, but Cochran just got the hands.
Wrong Oregon quarterback.
I've said that. I've said that 2 times today, and he does have a resemblance in the way that he plays. But being from Oregon,
same type of demeanor as well. If you meet both very confident young men.
Very confident.
Staley breaks away from a tackle. Gets it down to the 22. Another first down after the pickup of 11.
Talked about the leg strength early on with Deuce Staley, and he'll just pull right out of an arm tackle by Tim Terry there and get a bunch of extra yards. Coming right at you. It was Hilliard that had him by the leg, and he just took off.
You know, 3 years ago, this guy was on the verge of breaking out as one of the big-time runners in the NFL. Then he had that Liz Frank injury in his foot, had the surgery. A lot of people didn't know if he'd come back. Last year made it back, but wasn't 100%. Then had the shoulder problem. And so this is the first year he has been back full strength. And with the injury to Correll Buckhalter in training camp, it has been give Deuce the football, and he has taken advantage of it.
He sure has. And I tell you, it doesn't matter if it's the zone plays, outside, inside, or if it's just the tough lead plays and power plays. Deuce Staley is fit to run in all kinds of schemes and have success.
First down at the 22. Feely towards the end zone. Pinkston in a fight, and he made the catch. Touchdown, Philadelphia Eagles.
I think they waved it off.
I do believe you're right. They called it back.
Harold Blackman, absolutely no chance. Yeah, he only got the 1 foot down. The left foot was down.
And we have a replay challenge going on here.
Side judge saw it the whole way.
We'll review the previous play. That it was an incomplete pass.
Kurt, this booth will review this. Of course, it's not the coach. Under 2 minutes, it comes from upstairs in the replay booth, and they've chose to review this play.
Well, I thought I saw a signal from an official in the middle of the field for the touchdown, but you're right. The side judge down there on the sideline called it out of bounds.
Ooh, did he have possession when that right foot was down? The whole key now is, does he have possession, Todd Pinkston, when his right foot comes down? Let's see. Okay, right foot down, possession, left foot. That's a touchdown.
And it's the back judge, Bob Wagner, who is right there on the sideline, who called it out of bounds.
Does he have control there when his right foot touches there? And then the left one, comes down inbounds clearly. You can see blue in between his toe and the white stripe. The side judge says nothing except out of bounds.
That's John Perry, who is the side judge. And Perry called him out of bounds. And as I said, I thought I saw one official, but then an official can be overruled if someone else sees that he is out of bounds and say, no, you saw what was a catch, but his feet were out of bounds, and then overrule it.
Yeah, and that's what happened, because I saw the same official raise his hands for the score, and the other guy waved it off. But again, the critical point is whether or not he had the catch and had possession when his right foot was on the ground. If he did, clearly 2 feet were in bounds. Let's take another look at it. As Pinkston catches the ball, that right foot is down. Unless he's bobbling it on the other side, that is clearly a touchdown. I mean, you can see the left foot wasn't out there.
Well, we had one replay challenge earlier in this game. The Eagles instituted it and won it. This one, as you mentioned, brought from the booth.
Oh, he's got possession.
And we'll see if they win this, yeah.
To me, it looked like he had possession when that right foot was on the ground.
Well, this one seems more conclusive towards overturning it than the first one, which got overturned, and the Eagles won.
But this one will probably get upheld then.
You cannot figure out which way they're going.
Here, let me flip a coin here. Let's see what happens.
I think you've got about the same odds.
Heads, it's overturned. Tails, it's touchdown.
Bill Carollo still checking things out, and as he takes a look at the multiple replays to see, did he have possession? Where were his feet? Did he make it in bounds? Was he juggling it?
If indeed it is a touchdown with 18 seconds left, a backbreaker for Seattle. Look at this Fox technology. The foot is down, absolutely. The right foot is down, the left foot is down. It's whether or not he had the possession. Because the side judge could not see possession from where he was.
And, once again, now, we're speculating here, which is a bad thing. But if the official, well, we'll get the call from Bill Carollo then and try and explain it.
Do the right thing, Bill.
After reviewing the play, it's been determined that the receiver went up in the air, possessed the ball. However, it's inconclusive if he can maintain possession throughout the down. Therefore, the play stands as called an incomplete pass. Second down.
As we said, you can't figure this out. This, to me, seemed more conclusive than the one that they overturned earlier.
If we can see the possession
Well,
there.
he said the possession was not the question. In his announcement, he said the receiver had possession, but he came down out of bounds. That was the explanation we got from Bill Carollo.
No, it wasn't right. It wasn't right. And again, the consistency with these officials, Kurt, has been a problem in my opinion. You got to call them all the same.
Feely, this time for Pinkston in a battle, doesn't bring it down at all. Incomplete.
Well, they're going right at Blackman every time, and why not? And the guy hasn't played this year. The only reason, heck, he's out there, Kurt, is because he knows the defense. He said, Harold Blackman will play because he knows the defense, and we have no corners.
As we said, Blackman normally a safety and forced into duty when Ken Lucas went down. Lucas has been back briefly. David Akers going to try a 40-yard attempt. He's already made one from 33 yards out. And that one is good. And so the Eagles do get points. They add 3 more and extend the lead to 20-6. So 8 seconds to go here in the first half. Andy Reid's Eagles coming back from 6-0 down to now scoring 20 consecutive points. Oh, that means we're 8 seconds on the game clock away from the Visa halftime report. All the scores and highlights from the early games and games that are in progress right now. Plus, I'm sure they'll get you all updated on the playoff hunt in the NFC especially. That's all coming up on the Visa halftime report.
Mike Holmgren this season has been a major frustration for him. He's been in his bunker, Kurt, and had that bunker mentality for the last, well, heck, all season long when this team started out, 0-3.
Well, and they started out 1-5. They are 3-3 since then to get to 4-8 on the season, but certainly not the visions they had coming into this year. But once again, we showed the injuries they've had. They've lost all 3 linebackers at some point during the season, and defensive linemen, they lost their quarterback. I mean, they've just had injuries at key positions.
And I guarantee you, Mike Holmgren is evaluating each and every player on that field today, because when you're in adverse situations like they've been all year, people really show their true colors. Either you're here next year or you're not. And depending on how you play, I think in the next 4 weeks will determine that.
The squib kick from Akers, and it's touched by Williams, who scoops it up. Through the first wave. Here's one way to bring him back. He's got the kicker to beat, and David Akers brings him down.
David Akers has got some jets and just saved his team from getting scored on.
And that was the final play of the first half, a 47-yard kick return by James Williams. Philadelphia owning the lead right now, and that's bad news for the Seattle Seahawks. 28-6 under Reed when leading at halftime. Right now, it's 20-6 at the end of the first half. Fox NFL Sunday will continue from Seattle after these messages and a word from your local Fox station.
Meet Evan, a bachelor who earns $19,000 a year.
Great hair, great eyes, great body.
And meet the 20 women who are about to compete for his heart. Why? They think he's worth $50 million. Now, who would ever give him that idea? Can true love survive a little $50 million lie? Joe Millionaire, a new reality series with a twist.
It's a dream come true.
That's really twisted. Coming this January to Fox.
Dharma and Greg, weeknights at 6 on Fox.
The new Infiniti G35 Coupe. When did it start for you?
Hey, how much is this?
It's $1.
And how much is...
For you, $1.
How much are these?
Everything's $1.
If you've got $1, you can get digital cable. Call 1-800-COMCAST for their $1 holiday deal. Get installation and a month of digital cable, including HBO, all for $1.
How much are these?
Security.
Jeep 4x4s. They even make paved roads feel safer.
Go ahead. Open it.
Oh my gosh.
The Lexus December to Remember sales event.
It's beautiful.
Mom, open it.
You'll find incredible values whether you buy or lease.
We did it.
Go on. The December to Remember sales event.
Hey, what you got?
Missing it would definitely spoil the surprise.
Come on, let's go.
See your New Jersey, Delaware, and Pennsylvania area Lexus.
The Visa Halftime Report is brought to you by Visa. It's everywhere NFL fans want to be.
Philadelphia Eagles will have to wait one more week to clinch a playoff spot thanks to that New York Giants victory. But the Eagles looking for their third straight without McNabb ahead comfortably there. New Orleans can move ahead of Atlanta for the top wild card spot with the victory. They're up by 13. Lions trying to snap a 14-game road losing streak. And Denver coming off of back-to-back overtime losses ahead 13-9 in that one. There is a fight for the lead in the AFC West between the Raiders and Chargers.
All right, James Brown, Mike Vick. Mike Vick, boy, oh boy, is this guy exciting. Tampa Bay, though, hoping to keep him in containment, forces him up inside, sacks him. Brad Johnson, 4 touchdown passes on the day. This one of Joe Jaravicius on the post route versus the blitz, all-out man coverage, 14-0 Buck. And then what's this? Punt, move the safety, find Keenan McCardle, touchdown, 27-yarder. There's your final, 34-10. Bucks sweep the Atlanta Falcons.
And the Giants win today, as I mentioned, that the Eagles and Bucks will have to wait another week. That because of that 27-21 victory over the Reds.
On top of the 49ers, 20-17 until Jeff Garcia, none better in the fourth quarter at bringing the team back than Garcia. He finds his key guy, Terrell Owens, 8-yard touchdown. Good job, 31-27. Heartbreaking loss for the Cowboys. 49ers off and running. St. Louis, Kansas City, featuring the NFL's leading rusher, Priest Holmes. No one in the backfield, but Holmes off left tackle, left guard pull, kicks out 2-yard touchdown, 21. Nelly. Yeah, 49-10 Chiefs over the Reds. Keith Jackson here, the big uglies. All right, Drew Bledsoe, welcome back to Boston. New England's Patriots say, welcome home. It's Tom Brady, though. New England's quarterback swings it out. David Patton, 10-yard touchdown, 10-0. And then second quarter, Bledsoe, play action left, rolls right. Don't do it. Don't you even think about it. Throws back across the goal line. Shouldn't have done that to Bucky Jones there for the interception. 4 interceptions on the day. Bills 17. Patriots win it 27-17. Sweep the Bills. Steve McNair, injured ribs and all. Beautiful job today. Hits John Simon on the 42-yard fly route. It's a fly route. That's a takeoff. Go deep, whatever, 7-0. Eddie George from 7 yards out, 27-17. Tennessee over the Colts wins 7 of the last 8 versus the Colts. Pittsburgh, my team, Tommy Maddox, spinal concussion, back. Hard to come back. I'm blessed. Hey, look, I know how hard that is. A lot of courage to get out there on that field. They let him in. They left him in. They let him play. But it was Houston in the upset. Pittsburgh. It's Houston, Texans 24, Steelers 6. And then Tim Couch celebrates 21-20 Browns over the Jaguars in an exciting game.
And speaking of exciting, the Carolina Panthers with a franchise record 52 points in that victory over the Cincinnati Bengals. I turn to Jimmy and Howie to talk about the AFC playoff picture, which shows 14 of the 16 teams still alive over there. A lot of jockeying still remaining to be done. 7 teams alive in the NFC. And, folks, that means 2/3 of the teams in the league still alive in the playoffs. Big boy.
Well, potentially with Philadelphia and the other NFC teams, you're looking at New Orleans, you're looking at Tampa Bay. There's a potential log jam in the end of the season where teams, 2-3 teams could finish with the same record. Right now, Philadelphia is 8-0 in the conference. 4 weeks ago, their defensive line was decimated, really. They had people playing out of position. N.D. Kalu has come on. Deuce Staley is running like the back we saw 2 years ago. And the ageless Brian Mitchell continues to make plays on special teams. They have Washington next week, then they have Dallas, and they have the G-men. It's going to be tough to hang on. It's been remarkable if they finish up at 3-0 without Donovan McNabb.
That was Villanova's best with that awesome analysis. Visa halftime continues after this.
Visa is proud to celebrate the fans this season. Visa, it's everywhere NFL fans want to be.
The NASCAR Young Guns were born to make racing more exciting. The Daytona 500 returns this February only on Fox.
The party's on when Fox presents the 2002 Billboard Music Awards. This year's top artists rock the house live with performances by Justin Timberlake, Avril Lavigne, Puddle of Mud, Nelly, Creed, Faith Hill. Appearances by Nick Carter, Steven Tyler, B2K, Ashanti, and music legends Rod Stewart, Cher, and Michael Jackson. Live from the MGM Grand in Las Vegas, Cedric the Entertainer hosts the 2002 Billboard Music Awards at 8/7.
Go to war! All day committed to each other! 60 minutes of non-stop football! Come on! Play!
Eagles fans, catch all the excitement as your 2001 NFC Eastern Division champions take on the NFL's finest. For all your ticket needs now and in the future, call 888-332-2582.
Touchdown! He's in for the touchdown!
Philadelphia leading the Seattle Seahawks 20-6 here at halftime at Seahawks Stadium. The Deuce has been on the loose, a 21-yard touchdown, part of this 8-yard first half to help the Eagles to the lead. Back to the second half after this.
watching the NFL on Fox.
Think Fox First for first weather. Only in the Fox 10 o'clock news.
Go ahead. Open it.
Oh my gosh.
The Lexus December to Remember sales event.
It's beautiful.
That looks good.
Here's a nice one.
What is this?
Outside.
You'll find incredible values whether you buy or lease.
Go on.
The December to Remember sales event.
Hey, what you got there?
Missing it would definitely spoil the surprise.
Come on, let's go.
See your New Jersey, Delaware, and Pennsylvania area Lexus dealer.
This holiday, keep your whole family connected with extra connections from AT&T Wireless. Start with one phone line for $34.99 a month and add up to 3 more lines for $19.99 each. Share unlimited night and weekend minutes and 500 anytime minutes with domestic long distance included and no roaming charges across the U.S.
Hello?
Gotcha.
Hurry in now and get up to 4 free Nokia 8390 phones. That's M-Life, your mobile life made better by AT&T Wireless.
Thanks. Come back again.
Here we go. Get the action going.
About time you got a new TV.
Don't even start with me.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Folding seats, loads of space. If you love it, Chrysler T3 Cruisers got a way to hold it.
$10 is not gonna fit. It's gonna fit.
Performance you expect. Security at the touch of a button. Chevy Impala. Lease a 2003 Impala equipped with the OnStar system and we'll give you 2 additional years of the OnStar Safe and Sound package. Now you can lease a 2003 Impala sedan for around $229 a month. Residency restrictions apply. Call for important lease details. Whenever you need to be safe and sound, we'll be there. Impala. See your local Chevy dealer.
And after that, it's been 20 straight from the Philadelphia Eagles. Kurt Menefee along with Tim Ryan. And Tim, well, the difference basically between that 6-0 lead and a 26 deficit has been mistakes by Seattle.
Well, it has been, and I'll tell you, Matt Hasselbeck started out this football game very sharp, Kurt, 5 of 5, and moved the football down the field, and then the miscues started. Here you see the interception by Bobby Taylor, his first on the day, and then he'll get another one right here that sets up the Philadelphia Eagles for a touchdown. And then, of course, the muff punt where Kalu just hammers Fiegels, and that also led to some points for the Philadelphia Eagles. But I can tell you one thing that the Eagles have done, they've run the football pretty well. And Deuce Staley has been the guy today, and he's averaged over 6 yards a carry, had the 21-yard touchdown, and has really helped out A.J. Feely. I mean, here you see the run up the middle. Deuce on a little flare route. He's just done it in every way today. He's got the tough yards inside. And then here's the touchdown by Deuce Staley. But what he's done, he's really helped out the young quarterback, and A.J. Feely has taken pressure off of him, and Seattle has had to sit back on their heels defensively.
And this is really how they have won the 2 games without Donovan McNabb. Run the football, play excellent defense, and so far in this game, that's been the prescription.
It has been, and obviously the total yards are up there for the Eagles, but it's those 2 turnovers that the Eagles are able to put some points on the board and went into the halftime with some momentum.
And it's much easier when you're averaging 5 yards
sure
a play.
Sure is. We'll be interested to really see how these Seahawks respond in this second half against the 3rd best defense in the NFL, Kurt, who love to get up on people and then just send the house. Jim Johnson loves to blitz when his team is up, and it's going to be interesting to see how Hasselbeck and the Seahawks respond here in the second half.
Philadelphia will have the ball first to start the 3rd quarter. Brian Mitchell from the 4-yard line. Bottled up right at the 30, given 26 on the return. And so A.J. Feely, who was 11 of 20 for 90 yards, a touchdown, and an interception in the first half.
And you can see what he's doing in passing by distance. Most of his stuff has been underneath here. Only 4 passes past 15 yards. So what he's able to do is he's completing all the little stuff underneath. He's had help with the running game, and they've been able to move the chains. It's the exact game that A.J. Feely wanted to play. It's the West Coast offense, and that's the beauty of it. He'll tell you that. He said the beauty of playing this offense is you take what they give you, and you can spread the football around, and he's done that.
They start with 3 wide receivers. Harold Blackman in at corner, replacing the injured Ken Lucas. And that was thrown too low for Antonio Freeman. Well, what they want out of Feely is for him to manage this offense, especially being the third-string quarterback. He has done that so far today. Had a couple of drops in there as well. They had 3 drops in the first half, and so he's made the right reads, right plays.
Sure has.
Just not always 100% on the connection on both sides.
No, and it's been 2 weeks in a row. He had a bunch of drops last week against the Rams, and that's what Andy Reid said. His surrounding cast need to help him out.
Here's Staley trying to provide a little help with a strong 5-yard run. Let's go down to the field and our Brett Ringenbach.
Yeah, thank you, Kurt. I catch up with Andy Reid, and he was saying they got to do exactly what they were doing in the first half. Give the ball to Deuce Staley, let him run, take some pressure off A.J. Feely. As far as the Seahawks, Coach Mike Holmgren says they got to protect Matt Hasselbeck. He doesn't have enough time, and then the receivers aren't making plays. Injuries to update. Brandon Whiting, a lower leg injury. He had x-rays. He is questionable. Brian Westbrook, also an ankle injury. He had x-rays. He is questionable. And Anton Palapoy, also questionable with an ankle injury. So a lot of injuries in this game. We'll see if these guys will get back on the field anytime soon.
Doug Evans comes through with a big play.
That's big.
Yeah, 3 and out to start the second half for Philadelphia.
Oh, yeah, and you got Marcus Robertson coming off the field limping, but big-time stop there on 3rd down by Doug Evans. And it's what you can't have right there. Another injury back in the secondary where, Kurt, they're depleted already.
Jason Baker on to punt. This is best kick of the day. Bobby Ingram from the 19. Eight yards on the return by Ingram after the 43-yard kick from Baker.
So, how was Florida?
Nice.
A lot of pretty girls on the beach?
Yep.
Probably wearing bikinis, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Pretty girls in bikinis.
Right now, fly Southwest Airlines for just $39 to $99 each way when you purchase by December 12th. So get packing.
You are now free to move about the country.
With its new available Power Stroke diesel and 5-speed automatic torque shift transmission that generates 560 pound-feet of torque and 325 horsepower, the Ford F-Series Super Duty pulls faster and easier than any other diesel pickup. Ford F-Series, the best-selling truck on the planet.
Well, guess that settles that. Yep.
It's built Ford tough.
Happy birthday, sweetheart.
Wow!
Yeah, I knew you'd like chocolate cake.
Yes! I will marry you!
What?
I love it!
Oh, wow!
I'm engaged!
We're engaged.
I'm so surprised!
And I'm like, I'm the one that's surprised.
How long you been dating?
2 weeks.
Life is best told over a great-tasting Miller Lite at a place called Miller Time.
Hold on. Talk to her. She's excited.
Okay, hi, Mom.
This telecast is copyrighted by the NFL for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this telecast or of any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without the NFL's consent is prohibited.
Fox NFL Sundays brought to you by Miller Lite. Life is best told at a place called Miller Time.
Al Harris starts the second half at cornerback for the injured Bobby Taylor. Already has 2 interceptions in this game, does Taylor. He's got neck spasms and a small concussion and will not play at all the rest of the day.
No bounce.
On first down, Hasselbeck completes that one out. That's the Jeremy Stevens, the rookie tight end. Well, it comes out, throws to his right immediately, which is something we saw in the first half.
Yeah, you can see most of his deep throws have been out here to the right, and most of his short throws have been out here to the right. This is the area I think they need to attack. I think Hasselbeck needs to exploit the middle of the field where Levon Kirkland is.
Well, they pick up 5 yards on first down. That one complete. Good enough for the first down out to Bobby Ingram, a gain of 7.
And this is what you do, Kurt, when you got a big pass rush coming at you. You get your quarterback and you roll him out to the right. You get him running away from the traffic. He finds Ingram and just throws the strike. And that's what Mike Holmgren's going to do. Expect to see screens and draws and a lot of rollout stuff. Try to take some pressure off of Hasselbeck.
Sean Alexander picks up maybe a yard and a half on that play. Alexander, they tried to get him going early on in this game. 9 carries, but only 28 yards there in the first half.
Didn't have a lot of running room. I mean, Philadelphia did a good job, and they have all year shutting down the run. That's why they're number 3 in the National Football League. But they closed down those lanes for Sean Alexander. Did not have a lot of room to run, but made the most of what they gave him.
They play fake it to him, and then throw it out incomplete for Tulamili, who is covered nicely by Carlos Emmons. No flags on the play.
They asked Carlos Emmons to do a lot of that, and he will. And tight ends usually don't have a lot of catches against Carlos Emmons, and he was in perfect position this time on Tulamili. And he'll get the left hand on him, but he doesn't pull the receiver away from the football. That's legal. And that's just a good play by Carlos Emmons. Nice breakup.
Just his 3rd game back after missing 3 games with a bad hamstring, but as you said, he's among the best at covering tight ends in the league. They have to get the 49. And it's picked off. Sheldon Brown, the rookie, with the interception. 3rd pick of the day by this Eagles defense. And so a day that began so promising for Matt Hasselbeck and the Seahawks continues to be troublesome here.
Watch Sheldon Brown. He's just going to come right under and undercut Mealy there. Get the interception. He's man coverage with Mealy the whole way. And then just picks it. Another big play for that Eagles defense.
Excuse me.
I'm thinking of a number between 1 and
37. It's 37.
It's a nice hat.
Thank you.
You just saw Lady in half without any repercussion. Whoa.
Are you Italian?
No. Flaming Lips. You're up.
Introducing the Media Center PC from HP, powered by the Intel Pentium 4 processor. Your TV, music, photos, and videos, all living happily together inside one powerful home computer with the Intel Pentium 4 processor. Call or visit one of these retailers.
I need a car. No, a convertible, a red one, with under 15,000 miles.
Autotrader.com. With 2 million new or used cars, you can find the one you really want. And with millions of shoppers, you can sell the one you already have. It's the ultimate automotive classified site. Autotrader.com. Your car is waiting.
Looking for laughs on Sunday night?
Oh, help, please!
Don't struggle. You'll only think faster. Don't miss the best comedies on television. The Simpsons, King of the Hill, Malcolm, and Andy Richter.
I had to end things with Arena.
So she was pretty mad, huh?
It was pretty painful.
It all starts at 8/7 Central tonight on Fox.
Well, Matt Hasselbeck started this game off 6 for his first 6, but after that, he's only been 5 of 16 with 3 interceptions along the way. The latest by the rookie Sheldon Brown gives the Eagles the ball at the 39 of Seattle. And Deuce Staley going to be stopped right there.
Kurt, this has got to be the worst game he's probably played since October, and you'll see where the matchup is. It's over here on the side. Sheldon Brown on Tulamili. Hasselbeck will step up in the pocket, and then he just throws it. This ball needs to be over here in front of the receiver. He throws it behind him with not enough zip. Brown undercuts it and gets the Oski.
Dorsey Levens now in at running back as Feely gets it to him, and he slips a tackle. Levens with plenty of yards for the first down to the 26 and a gain of 12.
And Kurt, talking about Matt Hasselbeck, he's regressed. I mean, today he has not played well, and I think he's getting a little bit rattled. And rattled with his play. He hasn't played well, and what did Andy Reid tell us? He knows this kid. He knows him very well from Green Bay. He says, you got to get him mad. He's got a temper. If we can get him rattled upstairs, we can get him to play right in our hands, and it seems like that's happening so far.
Feely towards the end zone for Pinkston, and he turned around the wrong way.
Pretty good coverage there by Doug Evans, step for step, but Todd Pinkston just lost the football. How about the time, though, again? Absolutely no pressure on Feely. It wasn't a great throw.
But if he turns inside, he's got a chance at that one. It's probably 7.
Yep.
Dorsey Levens. Pickup of 6 on the run. We pick up JB for another game break.
Hey, Kurt and Tim, take a look at what Deuce McAllister is doing to try to help the cause there as he takes this little 3-yard jaunt there on the handoff from Jake Delhomme. McAllister leads the NFC with 14 touchdowns on the season. Let's take it back to Kurt and Tim.
You know, before McAllister got hurt with that ankle injury, I thought he was the best running back in the league so far this season, along with Priest Holmes in Kansas City. Those two, multifaceted.
Yep, totally different team with Deuce McAllister are the Saints.
Here we go again for Pinkston. He catches this one for the touchdown. Penalty marker down on the play. Now let's see where this winds up.
Defensive holding.
And it'll be a touchdown, Eagles.
It's going to be defensive holding, Kurt, on the Seattle Seahawks. It was Harold Blackman that was beaten on the play by Todd Pinkston. They have toasted Blackman all day. Yep, there it is. Illegal use of the hands.
Offside, defense, number 78 line up in the neutral zone. That penalty is declined. Illegal use of the hands. Number 28, defense. That penalty is declined. Result of the play, touchdown.
So he gets the penalty and gets smoked for the touchdown, does Harold Blackman. And this guy hasn't really played, Kurt, all year long. He's just out there because of the injury early in the game to Ken Lucas, and they have not given him a break. I mean, they have gone after him every chance they could get.
Find a weak spot, take advantage. That's exactly what they have done as David Akers comes on for the extra point. And so Adam Joshua Feely, with his second touchdown pass of the day, extends the lead to 21.
Ford Focus. It has a European tuned suspension for exceptional maneuverability and control. That's why Automobile Magazine calls it the best small car to drive. So don't be surprised if you can handle whatever the road throws at you. Ford Focus.
Performances by Justin Timberlake, Avril Lavigne, Nelly, Creed, Faith Hill, plus appearances by Cher, Michael Jackson, and more. Live, Cedric the Entertainer hosts the 2002 Billboard Music Awards at 8/7 Central, Fox Monday.
Is A.J. Feely Mark Bulger East? The third-string quarterback for the Philadelphia Eagles got his first start last week, won the game. Actually, came in relief and held on to the lead against San Francisco, then won as a starter last week, and now has the Eagles out to a 27-6 lead in the third quarter today in Seattle. James Williams at his 20. Penalty flag down back at the 30-yard line.
That's what Seattle has done all year long, Kurt. Shoot themselves in the foot with stupid penalties at critical times.
Yeah, this ball would have been at the 46.
86 on the return team. 10-yard penalty. First down.
Jeremy Stevens calls for the penalty.
Here's the Pinkston touchdown. He's going to beat Blackman with some inside leverage and then just run down the seam and watch the perfect throw from A.J. Feely, squeezing it between the corner and the safety. Reggie Tung, what a beautiful pass from A.J. Feely. Look at even the Seahawks fans like it. Hey, nice play, baby. And then Feely come over and give him a little bit of love. Right.
A.J. Feely is feeling the Pacific Northwest air. He grew up in
back home,
Ontario, Oregon, and told us before the game he loves this weather.
Yeah, it's perfect for him. He's an Oregon guy, ran the West Coast offense at Oregon, and Kurt, for a guy that hasn't played a lot of football in 3 years, he looks pretty good today.
Hasselbeck scrambling. Slides down safely. A gain of 8 on the play. Down to Los Angeles and JB for another game break.
Hey, Kurt and Tim, let's take a look at how the Saints are trying to expand their lead. But it is Baltimore. Instead, with a little swing pass to Jamal Lewis. They don't get to expand the lead. Terry, just stay off my back and leave me alone. I got this. 77 yards to pay dirt. Kurt and Tim, you know it's hazardous duty pay working here with Bradshaw. It is now 27-14. Back to Kurt and Tim.
I know how tough it can be, JB.
We got your back, JB.
And the Seahawks pick up the first down on the run by Sean Alexander.
And Hasselbeck has had guys in his face all day long, and that's the same old story. If you're the Philadelphia Eagles, you get after people, and they've gotten after Matt Hasselbeck from all over the field today. You can see where it's come from. Really out on the edges have been where the majority of the pressure has come from. And all 3 sacks have come from the defensive ends.
3 sacks and 3 interceptions by this Eagles defense. Alexander runs for 4. Barry Gardner in on the tackle.
At least you give yourself a chance, Kurt, when you get positive yards on first down. Right now they're sitting in 2nd and 6. It's a lot better than sitting at 2nd and 12 for Hasselbeck when you're facing that Eagle defense.
Well, the Seahawks offense has been really good on first down. They average 6 yards a play on first down, which is 4th best in all the NFL coming into this week. Hasselbeck dumps it off to Heath Evans, and Evans picks up 4 more yards on the play before Sean Barber brought him down for the tackle.
And you wonder why Hugh Douglas has 11 sacks. Here he is here. Watch the get-off on the snap.
I thought he was offsides. He was so quick.
Oh, no.
It's unbelievable.
That is called anticipating the snap count, and that's how you get sacks in this league. Hugh Douglas he's been one of the better guys, Kurt, over the last 4 or 5 years in getting after the quarterback.
Absolutely no question since coming over from the Jets in that trade. Hasselbeck brought down sack number 4. Brandon Whiting, who's now back in the game, picks up his 4th sack of the season.
Why would you run a naked bootleg at a Cal guy? Brandon Whiting comes from Cal. He's smart. He's not going to fall for all the action away. He'll stay home and go get him a sack. You don't run that against a guy that went to Cal.
Whiting with 2 sacks on the day, and I see you're backing up your Pac-10 boys, huh?
Oh, man.
Now, you went to USC. I didn't know you support Cal guys.
No, I just know those Cal guys are smart.
Jeff Fiegels with the punt that rolls out of bounds. This has been a tough weekend for you. You're talking about how smart Cal guys are, and then yesterday you had to root for UCLA just for USC to make the Rose Bowl.
Mr. Frodo? The ring's getting heavier, son.
A new power is rising.
It is an army bred to destroy the world of men.
How did it come to this?
Your friends are with you, Aragorn.
The defenses have to hold. They will hold.
The Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers, rated PG-13, starts Wednesday, December 18th.
It used to be business was conducted face-to-face, and people were helpful. It was known as common courtesy. At Siebel, we make application software that lets you once again give your customers personalized service. It's made a real difference in a lot of successful companies. It could make one in yours. Siebel, good service is good business.
Feast your eyes on the new fajita grilled stuffed burrito from Taco Bell. Sizzling strips of marinated steak and grilled veggies. All the great fajita flavors now wrapped to go in a grilled tortilla.
Ooh, fajitas.
Ooh, fajitas.
Taste the new fajita grilled stuffed burrito and think outside the bun.
Why do I rent from Enterprise? For more cargo room. More people room. Or more headroom. Enterprise. So easy, it's like having a second car. Or third.
Pick Enterprise. We'll pick you up.
Fox NFL Sunday is brought to you by Southwest Airlines, proud sponsor of the NFL and official airline of Super Bowl 37. By Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers, in theaters December 18th, rated PG-13. By Lycos, explore all the world you live in. Lycos, search on. And by Ford, the best-selling trucks are built Ford tough.
Oh, A.J. Feely, the legend, continues to grow. He came in last year in the season finale, led this team to a comeback victory with 2 late touchdowns over Tampa Bay. Finished up the game against San Francisco, won that one. Started last week against the Rams, won that, and now owns a big lead against the Seahawks as he completes it out to James Thrash. But so far, he is 3-0 in games he has participated in as the Philadelphia Eagles on his way to 4-0 if they can hold on to this lead.
And I asked him last night or Friday, I said, hey, how is a guy that hasn't played football in the last 3 years as confident as you are? I mean, think about it. He didn't play his senior year at Oregon, didn't play at all last year. I believe it was a 5th-round draft choice. He says, I'm just a confident guy, man. I always have been. It's been ingrained in me since I was a little kid. And heck, I'm a quarterback. That's the way I'm supposed to act.
Second down after the 4-yard gain. Hands it off to Deuce Staley. Staley going to pick up about 2 yards on the play. Antonio Cochran with the stop. But you talk about Feely, and his story is going to be one that will be told for a while. He was the backup to Akili Smith as a sophomore at Oregon. Then got to play his junior year, injured his elbow. Joey Harrington took over, didn't play at all as a senior, and still, as you said, wound up being drafted in the 5th round, and that's amazing for a guy who didn't play.
Yep, I always knew he was a good player. I used to do the USC broadcast, and we covered him, and he had 4 or 5 touchdowns in that game. He was a player.
He completes the pass out, but it's dropped by James Thrash. 4th drop of the day for the Eagles. Well, Feely told us that, you know, he knew that he could play because he got invited to a quarterback competition after his senior season with some other big-name quarterbacks there. Yeah. And he won it.
Yeah, he did. He won it, and they had guys like Carson Palmer and some of the highly heralded quarterbacks that are coming out right now, and he was the guy. And you can always see he's always had a good touchdown to interception ratio, and that's always the big one for a quarterback.
Jason Baker boots it off. Bobby Ingram makes the fair catch just across the 25-yard line.
Ever notice how many Ford trucks you see out there? Is it because they're so tough? Is it payload, horsepower, towing, their off-road capabilities, the Triton engines, lasting durability? Or is it all those things that have made Ford F-Series the best-selling truck for 25 straight years? Leadership has no boundaries when you're built Ford tough.
Tiki, Mom's gonna love these.
Hi.
Hey, take a check?
I'm just gonna need some ID. Okay. How do I know this is you? Because it looks just like him.
But it's me.
Okay. but it looks like him. This says that you were born...
1975.
Okay, but it could still be him.
Next time, use the Visa check card instead of checks. It'll get you in, out, and on with life.
So, are you guys related?
Hey, we gotta get going. I'll put the hors d'oeuvres in the car. Just grab my brother's gift, okay? You forgot my brother's gift.
No. I didn't forget. It said, Circuit City. We're gonna pick it up on the way. Forget. I didn't forget.
You forgot. That's why with Express Pickup, you can order gifts online and pick up within minutes. It's that fast. Circuit City, we're with you.
Wow, that was fast.
I have no idea.
What?
I'm a player in the National Football League.
But that is not who I am.
I'm a member of a community.
Dedicated to making a difference
in people's lives.
I'm a player in the National Football League.
On the Fox News Channel, it's On the Record with Greta Van Susteren. Saddam says he still has nothing to hide. What's the White House do now? Get the latest on the weapons inspections in Iraq when you go On the Record with Greta Van Susteren, only on the Fox News Channel. All right, now, Seattle starting from their own 26-yard line. 2 tight ends in the game. Hasselbeck under pressure, spins away. And completes the pass out to Darrell Jackson. 13 yards on the play.
See the playoff picture here in the NFC, Kurt. I'll tell you, this is the big one right here. I mean, everybody's still alive, but when you're Green Bay and you've already won your division, that's the only guarantee anymore. To me, that is the biggest thing now, and the Eagles will still try to do that. Of course, the Giants are still alive, but when you win your division, you're guaranteed a playoff spot.
Hasselbeck to do it. Going up top for the big play for Corin Robinson. Broken up by Troy Vincent, but there's a penalty flag thrown. The illegal contact called against Philly.
Illegal use of the hands. Hands to the face. 23. Defense. 5-yard penalty from the previous spot. First down.
Only the second penalty of the day against Philadelphia is called on Troy Vincent. Well, you talk about winning your division. Philadelphia, the next time the Giants lose,
that's it.
Will win the NFC East for the second straight year. The Giants, of course, going into Washington, pulling off a big win today to stay alive in the wild card chase.
That is big. Of course, how about Kerry Collins? I think he has gotten a bad rap in New York, and he has showed to me, I mean, he has showed some real toughness over this season.
Well, going into the day, he was the leading passer in the NFC and is the only quarterback in the league who's taken every snap the last 2 seasons. Sean Alexander takes the pass from Hasselbeck out near another first down. Hugh Douglas chasing him downfield.
Well, that's just how this defense all works together. And they had the zone blitz coming from the other side. And Hugh Douglas, you see the blitz coming with Levon and Emmons over there to the left. He just drops off, and now he'll come converge in and get him a tackle. This defense works as well together, Kurt, as any defense in the league. And
Alexander picks up the first down. Michael Lewis with the stop.
I think the big key to that is how long all these guys have played together.
Especially in the secondary.
That's right. And that's where you need continuity in this league, is on the offensive line and back in the secondary. And nobody plays as a group and communicates, in my opinion, better than the Philadelphia Eagles do back in the secondary.
And in this secondary, you have to include Al Harris, who is playing right now for the injured Bobby Taylor. But as a third guy, he is one of the best nickel cornerbacks in all the league. Sean Alexander on the run. Michael Lewis, who's the only new face starting this game in the secondary, and he's back there due to the injury to Blaine Bishop.
And Brian Dawkins said, and all these guys said they're not too worried about him, Michael Lewis. I mean, they've all been together for so long, as you see there, 95 and 96, that they can bring a new guy in and they can cover up for him. And they're not afraid to do that for Michael Lewis.
On second down, here comes the blitz again. Hasselbeck is able to get away from it one more time. Picks up 2 yards on the play. And, boy, it looked for a second like he was brought down by Carlos Emmons. But he's able to escape. This is one thing he has shown consistently today is his elusiveness.
Oh, he's crafty. Here's Emmons out here. He'll come inside on a stunt. That pump fake is deadly for Hasselbeck, isn't it? This gets guys leaving their feet.
So 3rd and short for the Seahawks. They bring in the second tight end and hand it off to Alexander, trying to get around the end. He does. Stays in bounds and gets the first down. He needed 2. He got 7.
Good job on the cross block out on the edge. And they just get big Chris Terry out there leading it. Watch him stretch it to the sideline now and then turn it up.
Tiptoeing along the sidelines to the 21-yard line. And Alexander contributing today.
Bleeding. He's got his lips bleeding. Took a nasty shot.
He's out of the game. Heath Evans now in at the lone setback. Hasselbeck to Bobby Ingram. First down inside the 10. 12 yards on the play.
Now here's what probably happened to Sean Alexander. You saw the bloody lip. Looks like Michael Lewis is going to give him a little jab. I don't think that got up under his mask.
That's on the outside of the helmet.
That didn't get up under his mask, but no question, he's got a bloody mouth for sure.
Just giving it the office.
Well, back in the game now.
1st and goal from the 8. Hasselbeck from the shotgun. Almost picked off as that pass was intended for Darrell Jackson, who took a big hit from Brian Dawkins. Take a look. Take a listen.
Yeah.
Darrell Jackson knows all about big hits.
Of
course, he had the concussion that kept him out several weeks in Dallas.
He had the seizure after the concussion that was life-threatening. It was ugly.
He's playing with a bruised kidney today. 2nd and goal from the 8. Towards the end zone, touchdown Seahawks. Corin Robinson with the catch and the score.
What a strike. Here's Corin Robinson, and you'll see him get to the back of the end zone, and Hasselbeck will look him up. Just dials it up and throws an absolute precision strike for the touchdown.
The extra point attempt from Ryan Lindell goes through, and so the Seahawks come out and score the first touchdown of the second half. Corin Robinson, his 4th of the season.
Now, from the NFL Shop, you can customize your very own official NFL replica jersey. Pick a team, choose a number, use your name or your favorite player. NFL Shop can make one in any style you want. Just $79.99. So call now and order for yourself or a friend. 1-877-NFL-SHOP or go to NFL Shop on NFL.com.
Last week, Matt Hasselbeck laid a furious comeback against the San Francisco 49ers. Came up short 31-24 in the end. He is trying to do the same thing right now. He's closed the gap to 27-13.
See the scoring drive there, and they can get it in a hurry. I mean, 9 plays in 4 minutes, Kurt. And heck, before this game, over the last 2 weeks, this offense had over 1,000 yards in total offense. So
over 500 in each game.
Yep, it'll be a tough row to hoe against this Eagles D, but I can tell you they're capable with those weapons right there at wide receiver.
Brian Mitchell takes it at the 10. Mitchell loses the football. it rolls out of bounds, but they'll have good field position as the kicker Ryan Lindell stopped him for the tackle.
Kurt, here's the Corin Robinson touchdown. Corin's going to be right here in the slot. Watch the motion guy pull Corin's man here out. It'll put this safety in man coverage. He's too deep back in the end zone. Slant for the touchdown by Corin Robinson. And a pretty darn good throw by number 8, squeezing it in between the two defenders.
And now the Seahawks within 2 touchdowns, relying on their defense to try and stop Philadelphia. Feely lost the football on the exchange, and the Philadelphia Eagles recovered.
If you're gonna come out and play good defense, you want to have a chance. And your kickoff team giving it up at midfield almost, Kurt, is not really giving you a chance. Here's the center quarterback exchange problem. We just never got it.
Well, the offensive coordinator Brad Childress of Philadelphia told us that Feely and Hank Fraley stay together after practice to work on this because they are so unfamiliar with one another.
That's right. Spending a lot of extra time with Hank Fraley. And I'll tell you, A.J. Feely's been spending a lot of extra time with Childress and Pat Shermer, quarterback's coach.
Dorsey Levens with the run. Gets it out to the midfield stripe.
And A.J. Feely, Kurt, all week long, and really since he's been the starter now the last couple of weeks, he stays and has dinner with the coaches at the facility. Heck, he doesn't even go home. He's over there spending as much time as he can, trying to absorb as much of this offense as he can, and I'll tell you, he looks pretty good.
And trying to prove that he can play in this league to the Eagles and to everyone else.
I think he's proved that.
On 3rd down, they have to get it to the 43 of Seattle. Under pressure, ball hit at the line of scrimmage. Anthony Simmons got a hand on it, and it fell incomplete. It'll be a 3-and-out for Philadelphia.
And this is what I think they should have been doing all day long, is just blitzing and coming after A.J. Feely. And they're going to get a hand on it. He had Thrash, but as Simmons was hitting him, the ball gets popped up in the air. Hits right at the top of Wellborn's helmet.
Hit his own guy in the helmet. So Jason Baker on for the punt. Bobby Ingram makes the fair catch right at the 18-yard line. Well, next month, Fox Sports Net introduces 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's the only show that takes you inside the world of extreme sports each and every night, with breaking news, event highlights, and insider features you won't find anywhere else. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 is the entire world of extreme sports all in one place. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, premiering weeknights next month only on Fox Sports Net.
That was rad, bro. Did you see that ollie? Little kickflip?
I have no clue as to what you just said. 27 seconds left to go here in the 3rd quarter. The Seahawks starting at the 19. Hasselbeck, quick pass, dropped again by Darrell Jackson.
Catch the football.
That's a 3rd time today we've seen Jackson drop one.
And all you can do as a quarterback is get it to your receiver and expect him to make the catch. And Darrell Jackson has dropped some easy ones today, Kurt. And you got to think if he's just not a little foggy upstairs and a little apprehensive.
Well, they had several key mental mistakes, the coaches said last week in that game against San Francisco, even though he had over 100 yards receiving. Into the open field, Sean Alexander. It's a foot race. Caught from behind by Brian Dawkins. But another big play for Alexander, who has been the king of big plays since he has come to Seattle. 58 yards on the run.
He caught these guys in a blitz, Kurt, and was gone. We talked about Sean Alexander running north and south. That time, he went north and south.
The Seahawks trying to get back in it, down 27-13 after 3 quarters.
You're watching the NFL on Fox.
This winter, think Fox first for first weather, only on the Fox 10 o'clock news.
Lease a BMW X5 for $489 a month, only at an authorized X5 SAV center.
To hope each step leads forward. That's why you're here. To help clear the way. That's why we're here. Sovereign Bank. Online or at your Sovereign Community Banking office.
It only happens once a year. Toyotathon 03. This year-end tradition features incredible values on your favorite Toyota cars, including Camry, with special Toyotathon financing of 1.9% APR or a $199 a month, 39-month lease with just $2,300 at signing plus taxes and fees. 1.9 or $199 on Camry. No wonder they call it Toyota's event of the year. Toyotathon 03. Don't miss it.
Sean Alexander's 58-yard run, the longest run of the season for the Seahawks. It's the final play of the third quarter, and it starts them off here in the fourth quarter at the 23-yard line, trying to get back in this game, a game they led 6-0, but then found themselves down 27-6. They got a late touchdown in the third to pull to within 2 touchdowns.
No backs, Kurt, no backs.
On first down, Hasselbeck towards the end zone. Darrell Jackson, and it's tipped away by Troy Vincent.
Oh. You see the run here, and what happens is Philly stunts themselves right out of it. Vincent's going to come up on a corner blitz. It's going to move Dawkins over. It'll create this huge running lane downhill for Sean Alexander. See that? Good block by Evans. Now he's off to the races. And then look at Troy Vincent save the touchdown here. Oh, that was a big-time play.
Heath Evans with the carry. Gets it around the corner. Penalty markers down on the play as well. Oh, Evans and the Seahawks suddenly pumped up.
Yeah, well, I hope they don't pump themselves right out of the red zone here, and that looks like what they're going to do.
It's a holding call.
On the offense, number 89, 10-yard penalty. Replay, second down.
I don't think Mike Holmgren agreed.
No, I don't think he's been happy the last couple of weeks, Kurt. Mealy there gets the call, and I'll tell you again, it's the mistakes. Down in the red zone, an opportunity to punch it in, and what do? You get a penalty that kicks you right out of the red zone.
Backs them up to the 31-yard line. Hasselbeck has the time, can't find a receiver. Buys time and just throws it away. And the Eagles are begging for an intentional grounding flag. They don't get it.
No, Max Strong was out there. And the pressure again has been all over Hasselbeck here. And again, you got to give credit to the coverage also. He has nowhere to go with football. Nowhere. And blitz is up in his face. And then he just has to get rid of it.
Sean Alexander being worked on. Looks like they're trying to stretch him out. Maybe cramps on the sidelines.
Look at that. Over 100 yards, Kurt. When he gets over 100 yards, Seattle wins football games.
They need a big play here on third down, needing to get the ball to the 13. Underneath, Corin Robinson with running room. Gets a block, but doesn't get enough for the first down. Troy Vincent stopped him about 2 yards short.
Hasselbeck wants it. He's already over to the coach saying, let's go. And watch him on a crossing route. He's deadly on these little crossing routes. You get him the ball, Kurt, with not a lot of guys around him, and he's going to make something happen.
And Seattle calls a timeout to try and see what they want to do on 4th and 2, down by 2 touchdowns.
Look, Roy, Jimmy's emailed us pictures from camp.
Way to go, Timmy. That's my boy.
Hey, it's a picture from Jimmy.
Dude, we have to go to camp next year.
Looking for more expressive email? Introducing MSN 8. It's our best version of MSN yet with more exciting email. Switching is easy, and if you call now, you get 2 months free when you sign up. Find out why it's better with the butterfly. Call 866-TRY MSN 8 today.
Welcome to the kingdom.
Are we there yet?
No.
Are we there yet?
No.
Simpsons Talking Watches, now only at Burger King. Just $2.39 each with the purchase of any value meal.
Cool your jets, man.
Burger. Collect all 4. And our big double cheeseburger is just 99 cents. With 2 slices of melted cheese and 2 juicy flame-broiled patties. More beef than a Big and Tasty. Hurry, offers end soon.
Can you keep a secret? Look what I bought Mommy for Christmas. Your mom gave me you? Yes, she did.
This holiday, how do you thank your wife for the best Christmas ever? A K Jewelers 3-stone diamond necklace with free gift would be a great start, and you can be assured of 2 things. First, that every K diamond is hand-selected for exceptional beauty, and second, that she'll absolutely love it.
A little angel assured me you'd love this.
The little angel was right. Every kiss begins with K.
Fox NFL Sunday is brought to you by K Jewelers. This holiday season, shop K Jewelers. Every kiss begins with K. By Burger King. Get a Simpsons Talking Watch for just $2.39 with the purchase of any value meal. By new MSN 8. It's better with the butterfly. MSN 8 more useful every day. And by Sprint. Introducing PCS Vision. Clearly a whole new way to look at wireless.
A key 4th down coming up, 4th and 2, and their big man, Sean Alexander, still on the sidelines.
See what they've done here in 4th down. 30th in the NFL. The odds are against him here, Kurt.
They have to get the ball right to the 8-yard line. Max Strong and Heath Evans, the 2 guys in the backfield. To the air. Hasselbeck. Over the middle, incomplete, intended for Jeremy Stevens. And they're looking for a flag that never comes out.
Yeah. I think Hasselbeck should have just taken off and run this one. He'll look left here to Darrell Jackson. It's not there. And now he's going to try to squeeze it into double coverage. Levon Kirkland. Perfect coverage there on Jeremy Stevens.
Eagles take over on downs.
Yeah, ever since I got this, I feel
Stronger, faster.
yeah, I'm doing this, doing that, bang, bang, bang. You know, this thing has turned me into what's the word?
Want a more powerful phone? Switch to Sprint and get unlimited PCS Vision, unlimited night and weekend minutes, and 300 anytime minutes. And now at Sprint stores, get great deals instantly on PCS phones with full-color screens.
So you just go around in your costume helping people?
I do what I can.
PCS from Sprint. Clearly, the phone to give or get.
Happy anniversary, honey.
Yeah, happy anniversary.
There's something I gotta do.
Oh, yeah? What? I love this woman! I love her!
What are you doing?
Stop!
Okay, then I guess this will have to do.
Oh, my God. I love this man. I love him, I love him, I love him.
These people are getting answers to the most important questions they'll ever ask. Questions about their health. They're finding those answers in a single place. WebMD. 16 million people come to WebMD every month. They find vital information that used to be scattered in 100 locations, now all in one place. The place America comes for healthcare answers. A place called WebMD.
Only Remington has the most cutting blades, the fastest cutting speed, and the most total floating head action. How important is that? Well, how important is a close, comfortable shave? Remington, what a great shave feels like.
Mike Holmgren spent most of that time out yelling at the officials, wanting a flag on that 4th down play.
Now he definitely is convinced that Kirkland was all over Jeremy Stevens.
Eagles begin at the 15. Feely, Chad Lewis, penalty marker down on the play as Lewis is brought down by Anthony Simmons. That's going to be an illegal motion against Philadelphia.
Illegal motion on the motion back, going toward the line of scrimmage at the snap. 5-yard penalty, replay first down.
Holmgren, you can see him here yelling at the referee, and he thought Levon Kirkland definitely interfered with Jeremy Stevens. But I'll tell you what, you look where the ball is, snapped at the 15. He's not even to the 20-yard line. He is right now 4 yards off the football. Kirkland can be as physical as he wants there, and then he lets go of him before that ball gets up in the air. That is a good physical play by Levon Kirkland.
On the penalty, backs Philadelphia up to the 10-yard line, negating a 17-yard gain. And Goose Staley doesn't get much more than a yard. Rocky Bernard on the tackle. Well, the Seahawk defense trying to get the ball back for the offense, but it's going to be hard to be in much better field position than they were on that last possession.
That's right. Well, if they can hold them down here, Kurt, and not give anything up here on the next 2 downs, they should give their offense the ball back in pretty darn good field position as well.
Down 2 touchdowns, though, you have to start watching the clock at some point.
A couple of critical plays here for this Seahawks football team.
On second down. That was weird. Feely going up top for Pinkston, and he makes the catch. Good enough for the first down. Right in front of Sean Springs, who forced him out of bounds after the 14-yard pickup.
That is a veteran throw by basically a rookie quarterback. That's what you call the old fly stop, because Sean Springs is in perfect position, and watch him throw it behind the receiver short so that Pinkston could come back on it. Now look at the perfect coverage. Now it's a stop. See that? Throws it behind and short. And that way Todd Pinkston can come back and get that reception. Big time play by Feely.
First down at the 27. Deuce Staley. Gain of 4. Back to Los Angeles and James Brown for another game break.
Hey, Kurt and Tim, the New York Jets firmly in the playoff mix, seriously damaging Denver early in the 4th. Chad Pennington hooking up Lavernius Coles. He rolls into the end zone for the score. Denver is only 4-6 in conference play. Jets win it by 6. Back to Kurt and Tim.
Now that AFC picture is still all bunched up. The 13 of the 16 teams were at 500 coming into today. Feely thrown high, and it's going to be incomplete to Antonio Freeman. Reggie Tong got in there to break it up.
Kurt, I have a feeling it'll all work itself out by January.
I got a feeling it usually does work itself out. It's kind of impossible for it not to. To see Sean Alexander still stretching on that sideline.
And that stretch there is to loosen up that lower back.
Isn't that what you do in the hotel room after a long flight?
It's like the chiropractor there trying to get a little pop going. Yeah, I do it all the time.
On third down, they have to get the ball to the 37 for the first. Feely scrambling. Not going to be close. Tim Terry with the stop. And the Seattle defense rises again.
This has got to be one of the first times all day that front 4 has created enough pressure to really harass A.J. Feely. They're almost stun up inside. Cochran with a good push. And then Terry will come finish him up.
That brings on Jason Baker to punt to Bobby Ingram. Eagles letting the play clock wind all the way down. High booming kick. Ingram calls for the fair catch and makes it right at the 27-yard line. Seahawks take over, still down by 2 scores.
Turn here. Let's go.
Sure, just hop in. It's easy. What could go wrong?
The Hyundai Santa Fe, with America's best warranty. When you take things in stride, you win.
His name is Henry, Clay Henry.
He's a fireman and a Jared fan from Subway.
He got real big on burgers and fries. Now he's down to smaller size.
Gets his mic from his veggie delight. Great taste each day from his local Subway.
Looking and feeling better and enjoying the great taste of Subway's low-fat sweet onion chicken teriyaki. No wonder everyone wants to be more like Clay Henry.
Subway, eat fresh.
For the great taste that won't fill you up and never lets you down. Make it a Bud Light.
Favre and the Packers, Owens and the Niners. It's a Fox NFL Sunday doubleheader next week. Fox NFL Sunday is brought to you by Bud Light. For the great taste that won't fill you up and never lets you down, make it a Bud Light.
Sean Alexander over the 100-yard mark, but now he's got back spasms and standing on the sideline. At a time his offense needs some help, 10:44 left to go in the ball game. Eagles leading at 27-13, but Seattle has the football starting at their own 28-yard line.
No backs, Kurt. You know it's a pass.
Hasselbeck. That ball dropped again. Corin Robinson this time is the guy who fails to haul it in.
And you see Sean Alexander, he's got the back spasms, out of the football game right now, and he's had a whale of a football game. He's over 100 yards, and when he goes over 100 yards, Kurt, look at that since he's been here in Seattle. They're 6-0. They're down by 2 scores here.
And Alexander's coming back into the football game.
Yep.
Alexander, 119 yards rushing, the big play being the 58-yard run on the final play of the third quarter. Hasselbeck, Bobby Ingram. First down, Seattle, gain of 12.
You're Philly, you got to keep blitzing. And they have led up here on this series. They have not blitzed Hasselbeck. He's been able to complete some balls. How
about Bobby Ingram? His 5th catch of the day, 4 of them have been for first downs.
What's new? Bobby Ingram does it every time. He is a guy that gets the most first downs. He and both Sean Alexander are the third down guys on this team. But I'll tell you, Bobby Ingram has played a much bigger role this year than Mike Holmgren envisioned.
They hand it off to Alexander. And Sean picks up 4 yards on the run.
They brought him in here just to be basically a third down specialist and really has been a mentor for those young receivers and has become a big leader on this football team, has Bobby Ingram.
Oh, they've got Ingram, who you mentioned, usually the third down guy, but Corin Robinson has really stepped up his game this year, as has Darrell Jackson, although he's had several drops today. But, you know, they finally got a receiving core they feel comfortable in building towards the future with.
Yeah. Comes the blitz.
And Hasselbeck gets rid of it quickly. It's incomplete. Darrell Jackson, the intended receiver. Al Harris on the coverage.
And that's what they need to do. And the Eagles will live and die on the blitz, and they live most of the time. Now watch the shifting up front. Guys will jump down into the Bear defense, and then everybody will come. And you make Matt Hasselbeck make a quick decision. And Darrell Jackson's not even ready for that football yet because it's not supposed to come out that quick. The defense forced the issue, and that's what Philly does. They dictate, by the way they play defense, how the game is played.
Seahawks have to get it right to the 50 for the first down. Another drop. This time, Max Strong can't hold on to it. 6th drop of the day by the Seahawk receiver.
That's ridiculous. That will absolutely drive Holmgren nuts. I mean, there is no excuse for that. You're out there battling, your quarterback's getting drilled. He's been sacked 4 times. When he throws it out, you got to catch the football.
Jeff Feagles back in the punt. Low Line drive kick. And it takes a roll down inside the 20. And it will pin them at the 14-yard line. 41 yards on the punt by Fiegels. But the Seahawks offense has to come through at some point.
Sorry.
That's okay.
Stop! Tim here is on his first date, and his family has some advice. With T-Mobile, families can talk all they want. Oh.
Hello?
Let her win.
Hello?
Tell her she smells nice.
Hello?
Does she come from money?
Hello?
Does she have a sister? Wrong number. Families talk free. Additional lines just $10. Only from T-Mobile.
Get more.
Is that a watermelon bag? Nice phone. I gotta get a cordless headset.
Funny how the holidays turn even the most serious business people into kids again. Consider Office Depot your toy store, because our people know exactly what business people want for the holidays, and we offer a wide variety of gifts at great prices. Office Depot. What you need to know.
Golf Saturday? Can't. It's my weekend with the kids.
Looking for the perfect gift that'll brighten everyone's holiday? Just head around the corner for our new gift card from Applebee's.
Eating good in the neighborhood.
Meet Evan, a bachelor construction worker who earns $19,000 a year.
Great hair, great eyes, great body.
And meet the 20 women who've traveled to a chateau in France to compete for his heart. Why? They think he's worth $50 million. Now, who would ever give them that idea? Can true love survive a little $50 million lie? Joe Millionaire, a new reality series with a twist.
It's a dream come true. It means so much to me.
That's really twisted. Premiering January 6th on Fox.
The Seattle Seahawks find themselves down by 14 with just over 9 minutes left to play. And you know what, Tim? It's not like they haven't had their chances today.
Oh, they've definitely had their chances. It's been all the mistakes, Kurt, for the Seattle Seahawks, and it's the same old story. They've been doing it all year long.
Eagles take over at the 14-yard line. Deuce Staley. As the Eagles look to begin running out the clock, he picks up 8 yards. Down to Los Angeles, and JB for another game break.
Hey, Kurt, and chewing up the clock, victoriously so, is Juice McAllister. Third touchdown of the day. This is a 6-yard run. His 13th rushing touchdown of the season. That ties a Saints franchise record, up by 20. Back to Kurt and Tim.
You know, it looked for a while like New Orleans was in trouble. They lost to Cleveland. They lost to Atlanta. But then they bounced back last week, beat Tampa, and are rolling today. Can you figure this stuff out?
Well, I think Deuce McAllister got healthy.
That's true. Deuce Staley. Talk about a healthy run. He was stopped in the backfield for a loss. Bounced it outside, picked up a couple of yards, and another Philadelphia first down. Oh, next week, it's the Packers and the Niners. Playoff history. Maybe playoff future.
Yeah, and that has become a huge rivalry. And you know who got that thing started? Mike Holmgren. Remember, he was always the big offensive coordinator with the 49ers. Went over to Green Bay. They played some great championship games. He fueled the fire to that rivalry, and it's bigger than ever.
Staley with the carry on first down. Short pickup of a couple of yards. Chad Eaton on the tackle.
Speaking of Mike Holmgren and that great staff, here's Mike, of course, the head coach, and there's Andy Reid, who he's going against. And you got Mariucci, Ray Rhodes, John Gruden, Dick Duran, Greg Blosh. I mean, the list goes on. Sherm Lewis. I mean, that right there, that's a Hall of Fame staff.
Well, you take a look around the league, and coming into this game, the top 4 seeds in the NFC are all disciples of Mike Holmgren.
And it's killing Mike Holmgren. And he said he was really excited to play Andy Reid today, but kind of wishes he was the one playing for home field advantage. Kind of wishes he was the team that was trying to win out, and said that bothers him a little bit.
So you see the Eagles right now, and we talked about Tampa Bay, John Gruden, Green Bay, Mike Sherman, San Francisco, of course, has Steve Mariucci, and right now Andy Reid leading the Eagles. Dorsey Levin's in at tailback, and they throw it out. Complete to James Thrash who's going to be just about 3 yards short of the first down, a gain of 4.
And you keep your eye on the game clock, the play clock out here, because I guarantee you that Philadelphia will run that thing down as low as they can get it before they take the snap. Because what you do, Kurt, is you shorten the game now. You keep Seattle over on the sideline. You try to move the sticks, run the football. And A.J. Feely is going to handle and manage the rest of this game.
On 3rd and 4. That ball tipped at the line of scrimmage, but still completed to Chad Lewis. Good enough for a gain of 5 and a first down for the Eagles. And so Feely continues to manage this offense perfectly.
Yep.
So far in this ball game, he's 16 for 30, 144 with 2 touchdowns.
Super impressed with A.J. Feely. 3 weeks ago, this guy was a third-string quarterback.
Taking practice squads snaps. That's it.
Not even involved in it. He said that is the best thing now, is being part of something. I mean, he's been the guy on the team, but he hasn't contributed. Now he's contributing in a big way, and he said it's great.
Here's Staley. Fighting his way for 2 yards. That puts him right at the 100-yard mark for the day. Well, we talked earlier about the legend of A.J. Feely. You know, we found out before the game that some of the legend isn't necessarily true.
Yeah.
I mean, there's this rumor that he wears his lucky boxer shorts during the games for good luck. He goes, that's not true. He says, I carry my lucky boxer shorts because I'm afraid to fly.
I'm afraid to fly. That's right.
How many guys carry underwear on a plane because they're afraid to fly?
He said they don't fit him anymore. He's had it since like his freshman year of high school.
Try taking that through the security checkpoint. Todd Pinkston. Another Philly first down. Out to the 49-yard line. Penalty marker on the play. Another hands to the face call against Seattle.
Talking to Feely.
Illegal use of the hands. Hands to the face. 31. Defense. That penalty is declined. Result of the play. First down.
They're talking to Feely on Friday. He said I gave him his first pro football experience, believe it or not. His uncle was actually one of my football coaches in Idaho when I lived there. And they came out to see me in training camp, all the way out to Platteville, came to camp.
When you were with the Bears?
When I was with the Bears, he said we hung out for a little while. I picked him up, lifted him over a fence. He was like a 5th or 6th grader.
Here's Staley. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Rocky Bernard in on the tackle. Well, we also found out, you know, we talk about the legend. You know, they said, well, when he was growing up in Oregon, he roped cattle when he was younger. We talked to him about that. He goes, well, his friends kind of busted him on that.
His buddies read the media guide. See, they weren't supposed to read the media guide. They told him, you don't rope nothing.
He filled it out and told everybody that because it made him look like a cowboy. And his friends found out and busted him on it.
Oh, boy, I tell you, what a great job he has done today leading this offense.
On second down. Up top, Todd Pinkston just takes it away. Doug Evans was right there with him, but Pinkston went up, grabbed it, hauled it in for a gain of 22.
And another great throw from A.J. Feely. Here's Pinkston here. Doug Evans will not get a jam. And then now he's playing the ball, and Pinkston just goes up and gets it. What a beautiful throw from A.J. Feely. Don't try to get out of bounds, Todd. Stay in bounds.
Wondering where he's going there. Another of the emerging young guys for Philadelphia is Todd Pinkston. Gets the first down at the 29-yard line. Dorsey Levens. Lost a yard on the play. John Hilliard with the tackle.
And you know, this is going to be the 3rd game in a row this team has won without their MVP. And there he is, Donovan McNabb. Went on and played the rest of that game with that fractured ankle. And when he went down, when their MVP went down, heck, the whole city and all the media said, that's it, it's over for Philadelphia. But they played great defense as they usually do. And that guy right there, A.J. Feely, has really paced this offense.
Well, a certain defensive player who shall remain anonymous told us it wasn't just the media, that the team thought it too.
That's right.
That pass caught by James Thrash. Well, let's just say the anonymous guy wears number 23. We'll just leave it right there. Well, what a day Feely has had. 19 of 33, 181 in the passing department, and 2 touchdowns. And more importantly, just managing the offense when they needed it. He's run the play clock perfectly. He's thrown the perfect pass, had some drops, but just done what they needed in order to hold on to this big lead.
Kurt, he has been terrific today, but I'm going to put a little blame on Steve Sidwell, the defensive coordinator for the Seattle Seahawks. If I were him, and now I'm not a coordinator, but if I were, I would have blitzed the heck out of A.J. Feely today.
Well, Feely was expecting it, making
was.
only his second start.
That's right.
They test him, and they really did not bring a lot of extra pressure, did Seattle.
There's Sidwell there, the defensive coordinator for the Seahawks.
Well,
it has been a terribly frustrating year for him.
And you wonder how much has to do with that. If you're a team that can't get lined up right, as we mentioned earlier, 40 of 60 plays 2 weeks ago, they were misaligned. Then if you bring extra pressure, are you leaving guys back there that are really lost, and maybe you get burned?
It's a catch-22. It's a catch-22, and I think Holmgren is going to have some tough decisions to make about his defense and his coordinator after this season is over. And the offense has come along. They have picked it up. They've gotten better. There's no doubt about that, but the defense has been bad. They have been the worst, obviously the worst run defense in the NFL, but it's a lot of different things. They'll blitz. When they blitz, it's at the wrong time. They stunt themselves out of the play. I've seen it over and over and over again this year. Every team has great blitzes. It's when you call them. You have to call them at the right time.
A third down. Eagles have to get it to the 18. Dorsey Levens going to be stopped short. Marcus Robertson brings him down right at the 22. And so Seattle uses the timeout. Second timeout used by the Seahawks as they try and stop the clock with 2:44 to go. Well, with a win, the Eagles would regain the top seed in the NFC over Tampa Bay, who currently has it right now just because this game is not complete.
Yep, but of course Philly owns that tiebreaker because they beat the Bucs down in Tampa Bay.
And they've beaten everyone in the NFC. Well, one thing that some of the players told us too, that it doesn't matter about Tampa Bay because they believe in their hearts they have Tampa Bay's number. They do.
They do. They beat them last year.
Beat them in the playoffs the last 2 years.
Last 2 years.
Then they beat them at the regular season game last year, which was the last game of the season, so a lot of backups played. But they also beat them in the regular season this year.
Yep, and Troy Vincent, speaking with him, he's the one that told us. He said, hey, we can play with Tampa. We know that.
39-yard field goal attempt for David Akers. And he missed it. So the most accurate kicker in the NFL came in kicking 92% on the year. Misses a field goal that could have made this a 3-possession game and basically iced it.
Well, that's big, Kurt. You wouldn't expect it against this defense, but it's a tough one. You got to get that.
Well, next week it's a Fox NFL Sunday doubleheader. These Eagles will take on Steve Spurrier and the Redskins in the big game, the second part of our doubleheader, the Packers and the 49ers. All next week on our Fox NFL Sunday doubleheader. Of course, all games are big when it gets to December. Seattle taking over right at the 29-yard line.
They're going to have to press it and get in this hurry up and get it going quick.
They scored 2 touchdowns against San Francisco last week in the last 3 minutes. Little flip pass up to Darrell Jackson. Good for a pickup of just 2 yards. Ike Reese on the tackle, and the Seahawks begin the hurry up.
And they're going to get as many plays as they can, Kurt, before the 2-minute warning.
They have 1 timeout left to work with as well. Hasselbeck. Heath Evans out of the backfield. Heath Evans with a first down for the Seahawks. Gain of 13 on the play.
No, they're not going to get it off. Are they?
Ball is snapped before the 2-minute warning. Hasselbeck over the middle of the field, and Tula Neely into Eagle territory, and that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Well, the Seahawks keep making it interesting. 1:56 left to play.
Fox NFL Sunday is brought to you by UPS. What can Brown do for you?
What's Brown to me? One word, Mahoney. Mahoney does the work of three. So instead of three different guys for ground deliveries, overnight, and international.
Hey, how you doing?
And three different pickup times, all I need is one Mahoney and one pickup. You wore the shorts for TV, didn't you?
One driver, one pickup, one reliable network. UPS, what can Brown do for you?
Hey Lisa, fill you up?
Oui, merci beaucoup. Ça serait très bien. What'll it be, girls? Deux œufs avec du jambon. Et aussi un bout de thé.
2 eggs and ham, Jimmy.
With the new American Express card, the things you buy every day can earn you double points with no expiration dates for incredible rewards.
I'm guessing we're in Paris by springtime. Bonjour! La 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 la, come sono okay?
There's something fun for everyone at Best Buy.
Eagles coach Andy Reid, 8-0 this year against the NFC. His second ever meeting with his former mentor. He beat him last year right here in Seattle, different stadium over at Husky Stadium, but knocked off Mike Holmgren and the Seahawks 27-3 in that game. They just totally dominated from a defensive standpoint. That hasn't necessarily been the story today, but Seattle has helped them out with mistakes. Ball on the Philly 44. Under pressure, Hasselbeck gets rid of it somehow, and it falls incomplete.
Got a flag down.
A flag thrown.